I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. No way now, I'll give up everything. Daunting thought, if I could see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, that is so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Reality. No way now, I'll give up everything. Daunting thought, if I can see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
Oh, damn, how we doing? How we doing today, man? We doing all right today? Another beautiful day. Ho, ho. Oh, man, let's get into it, huh? Let's see. What do we got today? Hope we doing all right today. How y'all doing today? Another beautiful day in paradise, guys. Morning. That was like the best part about like Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is just such a big game. There's just so much to do in it. I was really hoping that they would get rid of the time limit on what is this? So you mean to tell me they never finished this? Cerberus Chaos Collide trailer. So they still never finished this? I thought the... Then again, I didn't beat the last one, did I? Oh wait, this is something else. What is this? That's something else. I don't know what the hell that is. That's weird. That's a weird one. Ooh! Oh! Woo! Yo, this game looks legit. Hands over. That actually looks really awesome. Damn, they're really trying to push this, huh? What is this? How's it go, Across Forever? Let's go, Rachel and Beastie Boy and Nigel and Duke Nukem. Nukem in the house. Oh. Yo, this looks crazy. What is this? Huh. By the way, that's a free-to-play game that's already out. It's a DLC for the game. I don't think it's gacha. Actually, you know what? Maybe it does have some gacha, but Asmund was able to get through the whole game without having to like rely on any of the gacha mechanics. Plus, it's really good. Oh wait, no wait. No, this is the same game. This is also where winds meet. Morning, Garlic Wooders. How's it going, Infidel? Woo. The Rocket League? Ew. Oh yeah, they have the Unreal Engine 6 now, don't they? Did they just do that? Hold on.
To all of our friends here in Paris and those watching all around the world, this is the future, and this is...
I love how out of all the games they could have chosen for Unreal Engine 6, they chose fucking Rocket League, man. Rocket League. Why Rocket League? Damn. Damn. Oh, all right. And it's just the audience cheering. Wow, that's crazy. Jeepers, guys. Whatever will we do? Is that it? Really? I'll have to look up something for the Unreal Engine 6 then.
Would you serve in heaven?
How's it going, Two Worlds?
I choose what once a coward did not. Stronger! Use the mightiest and the last. Returns in the fall.
Damn, that does look really good.
For whom vengeance is reason enough. Reduce the horsemen to common assassins. Are you not entertained?
Let's see what this baby can do. That was the trailer. That was it.
Oh, it's getting, well, wow, this is getting very emotional
18
here.
years ago, we downloaded a game called Supersonic, Acrobatic, Rocket-Powered Battle Cars.
And so few of us played it, but the ones that did, we fell.
So that was it. That was the whole
7
announcement.
years ago,
What the hell are we supposed to do with that? Wasn't Rocket League made for like the PlayStation 4? You really gonna use a game that's literally like what, almost 10 years old? Seriously? That's what you use to unveil your new engine. Seriously? You couldn't have given us like The Witcher, or I don't know, maybe like a PlayStation 2 era game, but no, we got to go with Rocket League. And it didn't really do shit. You can't even see the graphical, like anything. You can't see shadows, like nothing. Who the hell made that? Like, I'm actually really frustrated right now, but okay. At least we know they've made it the Unreal Engine 6, I guess. I guess that's something. It's fucking stupid. I think that's it for gaming, guys. It doesn't really seem like there's anything else. Oh, okay. This is that TikTok mom. I don't think that you should be able to make a channel around a child. I'm sorry, dude. There have been one too many parents that have gotten themselves thrown in jail for child abuse. I don't think, in my opinion, that any... I don't think that any TikTok channel, YouTube channel, Instagram, X, nothing should be made around a child. Because then you have these parents that just keep having kids, and then they don't actually want to take care of them.
Guilty of poisoning her husband, well, she decided to roll her eyes and laugh while she was being sentenced to life in prison. Clearly, there's just a whole new level of evil out there, and apparently they're on social media promoting kids' books.
A person convicted of those things.
Oh, I remember this. Well, maybe I was wrong about, well, no, I still feel that about the whole, like, kid thing about not being able to, you know, make an entire YouTube channel or whatever based on them. But if I'm not mistaken, she made a child's book that, like, was, like, supposed to mourn the death of her kid. But then, come to find out, the book wasn't even hers. She plagiarized it or something, right?
Simply too dangerous to ever be free.
I agree.
Wow, as if that's not horrifying. Surely you would have to be some type of sociopath to not even shed a tear thinking about, you know, the 3 children that you're leaving behind who now, you know, will be spending the rest of their lives without a father, thanks to you, and now without a mother. Again, thanks to you. But hey, clearly you have to be a type of person to, you know, take the life of your husband. But regardless, I mean, it's safe to say that based on what we've seen from her actions, it's safe to say she's a cold-blooded woman. And we're already well aware of the lack of empathy here.
Eric and I were extremely close. We went through school together and navigated life side by side.
Because as a lot—
Really? Bro, she's rolled her eyes at that shit. They need to put this bitch in, they need to give her like 700,000 years, man. What? When she gets out, or when she dies, they need to catch her a fucking attempted an escape a charge, and they need to give her another 1,000 years in the afterlife. Like, what the fuck?
And navigated life side by side.
Because as a lot of you guys know, we've been following the shocking story of Corey Richens for nearly 3 years now. And it's been a wild ride because we've just been watching this story unfold in real time. And this ranges from her going to ABC to promote a children's book about grief to actually being charged and found guilty of the very crime that she was supposed to be grieving from. Then, of course, finally her sentencing.
Yeah, well, what better way to, you know, if you're a hammer, you can turn problems into nails, right?
Also been there to watch unfold. And, you know, the way she acted since the crime happened has been very appalling, to say the least. But now,
yeah, we should bring back Salem witch trials, honestly.
Now she's
I mean, at this point,
again, by, I guess,
you got a crazy lady in the back of your car screaming like a banshee? It's time to get that exorcism, boys.
Non-stop emoting during her sentencing and getting life in prison. I mean, she was laughing during the victim's impact statements, rolling her eyes at the sentencing, and shaking her head constantly. I would assume that she would know that's not going to help her, but clearly she doesn't care. It's not like she could do anything else to make her life worse at this point, considering, you know, she has life in prison. But regardless, I mean, I don't even know what her main goal with that was. I guess she just wanted to give some final attitude to her old family. It's like she wants the picture of her smirking to be used in the news, so I don't know, it just reaffirms to everyone that she is in fact a terrible human being. But also, too bad for Corey, because she looks even more unhinged than what she did before. Not to mention, you know, because she was like scoffing during her children's impact statements. It's hard to—
Yo, so you mean to tell me the schizo really sat there during the impact statements her 3 kids gave her, or gave the court, and she kept scoffing and rolling her eyes? Bro, they need to put this bitch in a hole. She don't need to go to jail. We gotta make public executions a thing again, bro. We got to. We have to do something, bro.
Ever redeem that.
You made me paranoid about sleeping on my dad's side of the bed by saying I might die or get harmed when I was just trying to be close to my dad after you killed him. You took away everything from me and my brothers.
But throughout this entire case, there's been tons of news, body cam, and court footage from this case that has just built up over the last 3 years. But what's important to know about this case is on March 4th, 2022, in the early hours, Corey Richens called the police to report her husband unresponsive in the bed and cold to touch after, I guess, what was supposed to be a normal night for them. First responders tried to save him, but unfortunately, Eric Richens,
3:22 in the morning,
had passed away, while he and Corey's 3 children were kept locked away in bedrooms, listening to everything unfold from behind the doors.
Where are your children now?
Asleep in that room, 2 are awake with their ear to the door.
You know what this reminds me of? Have y'all seen Predator 2? Where, Braxton, what was his name? What's his fucking name? One of the 3 cops. What was the name of one of the 3 cops that played in Predator 2? Cast of Predator 2. How's it going, Melissa? Bill Paxton. God, why is that? Bill Paxton, who was also in the Alien movies. By the way, Bill Paxton, Rip Bill Paxton, says to the female cop before she kicks him in the balls, you know, I stabbed him a whole bunch of times before, but he never died on me. It's like she's surprised that she poisoned her own fucking husband, and now that bitch is dead, and she's sad. Well, what the hell did you think would happen? Like, come on.
Where are the other two at that are awake?
No, my bedroom.
And where's that at?
There, first one to your left.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm still shocked that a mother would ever do this to her children, let alone her husband and herself, because she just destroyed her.
Nobody cares about her. Fuck her. You got the nerve to go out and kill somebody, and you take a contributing member of society out of society. You need to go to work camps. It's time for you to become a battery, or like you could be used for harvested organs, or so I don't know. Anything that doesn't involve your human rights, considering you violated the human rights of another human being, go fuck yourself. You get no sympathy from me. I would bring down not only the long arm of the law, but I would test the very threads of humanitarian rights.
For essentially zero upside. But family members came over that night to comfort Corey and the boys, and I guess try to get some answers. But what they didn't know at the time was that Corey was actually the one who was responsible for this nightmare in the first place. Because, again, I guess what they didn't know, Corey had landed herself in a substantial amount of debt. Like, I'm talking millions of dollars. And was desperate for Eric's life insurance to bail her out of this debt, I guess. Which is crazy. Do we I don't know, file for bankruptcy and lock in on the Dave Ramsey content, or B, kill your husband? I guess she picked B.
How the fuck do you even manage that shit, yo? Like, how do you manage to get yourself in millions of dollars worth of debt? Like hundreds of thousands, I can kind of see it because it's a student loans and stuff like that. I could see that, right? But how do you manage to, like, what is it that you do to get yourself in millions of dollars of debt? Like, ain't no car gonna be no millions of dollars in debt, like not even a house for the most part. Like, what the fuck are you doing that you accrue millions of dollars worth of debt, and you need to tell yourself that you have to kill somebody to get a life insurance policy? Like, what? How do you come to that conclusion? Like, I don't get that
option. But I guess I'm sure they had their suspicions about her intentions after Eric himself
she was
secretly met with a
influenced.
divorce
That's right.
and estate planning lawyer in 2020, and conveniently
Oh yeah, no.
left his sister.
I don't really like the idea of capital punishment, though. I mean, I do for people that commit treason. But like, whenever there's a murderer or a mass murderer, I don't want to send them on a fucking vacation. I want them to either work it off, or we can keep them alive but like brain dead, and we can harvest their organs. Like, there are other things that we should be doing with these people that do mass murder or rape, stuff like that. There are things we should be doing with them, but we're not. And it really hurts me to know that. Like, we could even be doing like work camps, shit like that. But no, instead we just gonna put them in jail and let them rot away.
In charge of his
So
estate.
stupid. It's a waste of resources.
Passing. That would ring some alarm bells if he suddenly passed away. So it would definitely seem like he didn't really trust his wife. But of course, this is no one's fault but Corey's that any of this happened. Eric was simply trying to protect the children from their mother's recklessness should something happen to him. And even though he might have insinuated that he had suspicions leading up to his passing,
I probably did. Actually, I mean, if you've got stuff being put in your food that isn't like tasteless or odorless, you probably know something's up. Like that one cop that I had reacted to, where he was a Marine. He wasn't a cop. My bad. He was a Marine, and his wife was pouring bleach in his coffee. Like, And then he went to the police like on 3 separate occasions, and then the third time he went, because every time they're like he told them that something was up, they wouldn't listen, and then he recorded his wife doing it. And it's like, you know something is up. It's also like how the person is acting around you and stuff like that.
Assume that their partner is trying to take their life, especially if you didn't know of the massive problems they had underneath the surface. You know, like an affair or millions of dollars in debt, both of which Corey had. Essentially, Corey was really just going for the title of being the worst wife possible. Currently praying for everyone that no one ever gets stuck with a partner like Corey. We don't need any of that in her life. But unfortunately for her, since she wasn't going to be getting his $2 million life insurance policy in 2023, while the investigation was still ongoing, Corey decided to do what any grieving wife would naturally do, I guess, and write a children's book about coping with grief and try to go on some weird press tour.
My kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions
and
grieving processes that we've experienced last year.
It looks like it's working just fine on my end on the big stream. Maybe refresh the page. Looks like it's working fine for me. Because I got like a full view of it and everything. Looks like it's linked up just fine. Probably just acting wacko. Who knows?
And, you know, hoping that it can kind of help other kids, you know.
Oh, yeah, no. You should, if you're caught cheating, you should get at least 5 years in jail. Like minimum. In some states, it's illegal. Like if you, now obviously there has to be a lot of restrictions to that. But if you marry somebody and come to find out you cheated on them, they should take all the assets if they decide to divorce you. You should immediately have a maximum sentence of 5 years, and minimum and maximum. So, like, no matter what, you're getting 5. And then to boot, you whenever you divorce, if you decide to divorce them, you're able to take all the assets and leave them with any negative debt you owe.
Deal with this and kind of, you know, find happiness.
Make it as miserable as you possibly fucking can to deal with the emotional stress that those fucks put you through. It's annoying, and it's a nuisance.
This is when Corey Richards popped up on Book Talk. And this is what really turned all this into a spectacle because, you know, she entered the limelight. Currently, she was being investigated for the crime, but no charges had been filed. And at first, a lot of people believed her, and she actually got a decent amount of support. But unfortunately for her, only 1 month after her TV appearance, she was charged with the aggravated murder of her husband, Eric Richards, with 3 counts of possession of illicit substances with the intent to distribute. So obviously, that is not a good look if you're an author of a book.
You do realize that even if you kill somebody using poison, all they got to do is check the liver, right? Like, as long as it's not bones and it hasn't rotted to the point where they can't get a clean piece of the liver, they can always check for poison. They just take a piece of it off, drop it in a vial that's meant to detect it. Like, I don't understand why people assume that if they poison somebody, that they're just going to be able to get away with it, like it's some kind of miraculous kill or something. I've never understood that.
A kid's book about how to grieve. Yeah, that would destroy a career about as fast as she destroyed her own family. And Corey, she was held in jail for years while different charges were added, amended, and removed. And those were fraud, forgery, attempted murder in relation to a different poisoning attempt that apparently happened on Valentine's Day of 2022,
Jesus.
1 month before his actual passing. I mean, again, she is the worst wife I've ever heard anything about. And things really started to stack up against Corey and her obvious dislike for Eric's family. And that really made the public look at her and go, yeah, it looks like she did this. Everyone thought she was guilty. And I mean, she was found guilty in March of this year. So we don't really have to speculate anymore. And you guys might remember I made a video covering the trial and all the jaw-dropping revelations that came out of it. Like the fact that Corey allegedly paid for a ghostwriter to write up her children's book about grief that she was...
Oh, I thought she stole it. Okay, so she actually got somebody to write that shit, huh?
Public that she wrote with her sons about their deceased father. Like, hello? She couldn't even
How's it going, bestie?
do that?
We found text messages in Miss Richards'
base
phone
taste, my bad, base
and,
taste.
contact
She
named
must
Book Writing
been
who was
playing
a book
farmland.
writer.
Oh yeah, maybe that. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe she was playing farmland on her phone. Maybe that's how she accrued that debt. Come to find out, whenever the company got shut down and the dude got arrested and charged with 45,000 years in jail, she was like, fuck! Man!
Of some type regarding
maybe you're right.
writing the book for her.
Are they a ghostwriter?
Yeah.
She went on national television and told the world, I lost my husband, my kids lost their father. To cope with all this, we decided to write this book together. And a ghostwriter wrote it? Then on top of that, Eric was apparently found with 5 times lethal dose of on his body, and evidence showed Corey was
oh, damn, so she used the fent. Damn.
Purchasing that just, around the same time from their housekeeper.
Damn, he must have had one hell of he must have had a fucking an immunity to that shit. 5 times the legal dose? Bro was using that in his spare time and she just didn't know it.
Apparently found with 5 times lethal dose of on his body, and evidence showed Corey was purchasing that just, around the same time from their housekeeper, which is a crazy side hustle for a housekeeper. Imagine being a housekeeper by day, fence slinger by night. Whoa. But yeah,
how do you have so much money? You have a fucking housekeeper, and somehow that's just not enough. You gotta go and kill a dude. What the fuck? A housekeeper? How big is your fucking house?
Trial was a spectacle, live stream online for days on days.
I don't really think I could ever, unless I own a mansion, there's no way in hell I'd ever get a housekeeper.
Corey,
bro, what?
Worse and worse. I would have shown up to that, but I was currently at the TikTok psychic trial, which, yes, I will be.
I would sooner spend money on a stay-at-home teacher for my child to be homeschooled than I would a housekeeper. That just I can't get over that. That house has to be what, 7 bedrooms? There's no way that you need a housekeeper for a 7-bedroom house. Even that's a bit of a stretch. Bitch got to be 20 or 30, man. It got to be a damn near in a motel.
A massive video on soon, but the problem is so much happened to that my video is now way over an hour long. So, and it just keeps on getting thicker. So that video will be out soon. But regardless, that trial, the Corey Richards trial, was also insane.
Oh, no. No, dude, I'm probably one of the few guys in here. My fiance fucking hates my guts. Cause I'll put something down somewhere and I will flip my shit if somebody moves it. And I mean, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Double D, my room used to look like that growing up if I was able to. You know what I'm saying? That's how my room is. Everything has a place. I am very particular about every fucking thing.
I could have been there, but I can't be 2 places at one time. But regardless, the trial was such a train wreck that pretty much from the start, people could assume that she was going to be found guilty. One would think that Corey would just, accept the consequences, but somehow Corey just created an even more disgusting scene at her sentencing.
No. You ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right. You got kids that are slobs. What you do? I used to hang. So here's how crazy I was growing up. So, I would hang shirts on hangers on the wall. So what you got to do is you got to get yourself one of those door hooks, and what you do is you get a nice maybe a metal hanger, a metal one, not a wire hanger. There's a difference. And then what you do is you put the shirt in that, and then you put them in the shirt, and then you put them on the door, kind of like what they used to do in Malcolm in the Middle. And what you do is they're out of sight, out of mind. So when you go into a room to look at it, you don't see no kids. It's all good in the neighborhood. Feed them twice a week. They're good to go. Don't do that, by the way. It's just a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Scoffing, laughing.
See, and that's the best part. Whenever you open the door and you walk into the room, they're behind the door on the door. So you ain't even got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You might hear a little thud every now and then. They might go, hey, And you know, they're just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? They chilling.
And just being disrespectful to, I guess, what was her old family.
Prior to Eric's death, our families were very close. My daughters and his sons had strong friendships, and I had a meaningful individual relationship with each of my nephews. Our families shared holidays. The boys have expressed their confusion about these circumstances.
With you in jail, I will be able to continue to feel safe and live a happy and successful life without fear of you hurting me or anyone I love. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
She doesn't give two shits on one fuck. You know what this is? This is performative. You know why she's doing this? You see, watch her expressions. Do you see why she's doing this? I'll give you an example as to why she's doing this. Because she knows she's sitting right in front of a camera. Have y'all forgotten that this bitch is a TikToker?
Circumstances.
With you in jail, I will be able to continue to feel safe and live a happy and successful life without fear of you hurting me or anyone I love. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
It's just appalling. Like, imagine your own kid says they're scared of you and want you to spend life in prison, and you're chuckling to yourself. Yeah, it's just depressing.
No,
I know
she absolutely does.
Coached by Eric's family, and that's part of why she's laughing at their statements, because I guess she just thinks they're ridiculous.
In your opinion of me, in this case, and wild allegations would soon mirror those of the Virgin's family. And that's exactly what happened.
Ma'am, you did this to yourself and to your kids and your husband. So enjoy prison for life. I'm just still kind of shocked that she doesn't have any sense of grief for, you know, the current situation. Like, man.
None of them do. The thing is like, you can't expect somebody that killed somebody in a way that she did it to have any remorse. She is just... It's never the fact that they've killed somebody. It's always the fact that they got caught that they're sorry about. I have seen enough of these to where I see these people and I'm like, you know what? That's why you gotta be completely fucking schizo with what you do with these people. Harvest their organs, take away any human rights they have, stone them, capital punishment, work camps. And I mean like hard labor work camps. I'm talking about like chain gangs out in the middle of the fucking day, guys on horseback with shotguns in their hands, all chained together, working on a railroad that leads to bumfuck nowhere, like that kind of shit. Just turning big rocks into little rocks all day long for 16 hours. Straight up. Like you can't act like any of these people that go out and kill somebody have any actual emotions for anybody other than themselves. Nah. Nope. They'll never be sorry. They'll only ever be sorry they got caught.
Damn, you're never going to see your kids again, most likely. You had a great...
She was never... She didn't care about her kids when she was doing it. She didn't care about her kids when she did it. She still doesn't care about her kids when she's up there making faces for the camera. Not once did she give a single formal fucking apology. All you see is scoffing, eyes rolling, and this demeanor that says, I'm performative for the camera.
Now it's gone. Or, well, actually, you had a great family until you decided to cheat on them and run up $2 million of debt. I guess the debt could have been fixable. It would really suck. But the affair, that's harder to fix. Regardless, though, taking your husband's life is never the solution.
And she was cheating on him, too. I must have missed that earlier. She was cheating on his ass, too.
When she took the stand to make a final statement to her sweet baby boys, it's mostly about herself and how she was being treated unfairly, which just has me in shock. I mean, like, why would you not apologize for, I don't know, killing their father? Hello? In fact, she still firmly denies that she did that in her statement.
My sweet baby boys, I know that today you don't want to speak to me, have a relationship with me, but you may think you hate me, and that's okay. I will never be angry at you for your failure with me, but you may think, boys,
I know that today you don't want to speak to me, have a relationship with me, but you may think you hate me.
You may think you hate me? Do you realize that this family is coming from a rather wealthy home? And if any of these kids are young, like young, you know that this bitch just ruined any ability that these kids are going to have at a normal life? You may think you... Dude, I hope they hate your fucking guts. I hope they get so physically ill when they look at you, they throw up. What do you mean you may think you hate me? You killed their dad. You're a monster. And then when they get older, if they're young, they're going to realize that. You're a piece of shit.
Okay, I will never be angry at you for your
crazy.
feelings. When the day comes that you're ready, I will be here for you, waiting for you, and loving you. But I need you.
It's crazy. Not only did, like, dude, let's say this is a dual person household. Like, a dual person. What the fuck does that, what does that even mean? Bro, this insomnia been kicking my ass. I don't know what the fuck. Let's say it's a dual income household, and you got both these parents that are able to afford this big ass house and this, what was it, the housekeeper? You realize that if they had downgraded, gotten rid of the housekeeper, probably sold off some of the cars, got a couple beater cars, they probably could have paid this shit off in a couple years without even having to file for bankruptcy with how much money they're paying on that house. Like, this debt could have been knocked out in like a year, maybe two. Like, if they sold everything, took all the money they got like a nice little 3-bedroom house, 2-bath, they could have made that shit work. But you killed him. And now you're fucking, now if you have younger kids, they're going to be in foster homes. If the other siblings don't want to pick them up, you know? Like, what?
Understand that I have been desperately trying to get in contact with you any way that I can for years. That all of my communication has been completely cut off from you since early 2024.
And if she is so adamant about not doing this, why is she smirking and giggling and doing all this crap during the trial? Like, you would think an innocent person would be in complete disbelief and would be pretty hysterical, right? Like, you would think they would be kicking and screaming all the way to prison.
God did not put me in this world to take a life.
Well, let's go and make a fight.
God put me in this world to give life. Your lives. And I don't know who or what I'm supposed to be if it's not a mother. Your mother. And as much as you've been influenced into thinking that Dad was murdered, that I took your dad from you, that is completely wrong. It's an absolute lie.
But I guess even when she's trying to, I guess, deliver this weird advice to her kids, because this is the only way she can communicate with them, she's very obvious.
Think about how much money they're spending on a fucking housekeeper. They got a fucking housekeeper. You know they got like $200,000-$300,000 cars. Sell the cars. Bro, you could easily pay that back. Dude, you think about how much faster y'all could have paid that back. And then you have like kids as well. Y'all could have asked the kids to chip in, get little jobs or something. Bro, like, it bothers me so much.
It also conveniently relates to her situation and how she's being persecuted.
Don't let anyone choose the direction of your life by their opinions and their judgments. Being able to hold yourself together in the worst of situations doesn't make you emotionless. Separating personal and business life and emotion.
I bet she was a real piece of work to live with, too. I bet she was just the best mother in the world to be around. What do you guys think? How often do you think that she even gave her kids a fucking hug? Because you noticed how those kids walked up to the stand, they didn't even acknowledge her existence? Typically, like, and this is why I say this, is typically if you have animosity towards somebody, you're going to look them in the eyes as much as you can. I noticed that all the people that stepped up to the microphone didn't even acknowledge her existence. I don't know if that's like a courtroom thing, but if I was given a statement like that, I'd be looking her in the eyes. It's almost like she was there, but not really there. It's the weirdest thing.
Doesn't make you unreasonable. Resentment can get the best of others. Don't let it get the best of you. People will always have a lot to say about lives.
Yeah, like that's literally what I was thinking. As long as the kids made her look good, that's all she cared about. Who knows who knows what it was like actually living with her as her spouse? Like, I could, like, is this like a normal thing? This emotionless, this thing? Like,
choose to live in. Just
so
be
many
safe,
questions.
Be healthy and be happy. That's all that matters. Sometimes people will want you to believe that life is simply black and white. The situations are black and white, but they're not.
Pretty black and
Life,
white, I mean.
Situations, they are full of color. At the very least, shades of gray. Always question the color, even if you're only questioning the gray areas. Keep an open mind. Question situations and stay curious. You will have some people in your life tell you how their love for you is unconditional. But once your most private life has been revealed, you quickly find out just how conditional their love actually was. Choose the people you hold close to your heart wisely, and always be the friend that walks into somebody's life when everyone else chooses to walk out.
What an absolute fucking schizo. Takes no acknowledgement for what she did to that man and what she did to that family. Says that you should choose your loved ones more wisely because they'll effectively turn their back on you. What a fucking schizo. What an absolute fucking schizo.
Maybe don't kill your husband then. Essentially, she's just performing fake
Holy
emotional slam
God.
poetry for herself. And
Oh. We good? Hot damn it, OBS. I'm going to have to start waking up in the morning and resetting my Wi-Fi modem and router again. That's probably what I'm going to end up having to do. I can already tell. Come on, bastard. Thank you. And then reconnect that. Give me a second. I'm trying to get the big one back up. There it goes. Okay. Oh, so annoying, dude. There went all the viewership for that stream on the big screen. Is everything else still connected? We still connected? DNS flush? I hope not. That shit's fucking annoying. Let me guess. Oh no, X is still up too. I'm shocked. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was weird. That shit is fucking weird, dude. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's a mix between... It could be three things. And that's what really sucks about this. It could be the fact that I never turn my desktop off. It could be OBS. Or it could be the actual internet. Very seldom is it the actually four things. Very seldom is it actually the internet. It could also be the hardware, because it's getting kind of out there. It's getting kind of old now. So, who knows? Who knows, man?
Imaginary public audience once again, because she's just trying to win back the public opinion and her sons, I guess. All of it is just so delusional.
That's right, just some technical disabilities.
Never stop learning. Through education.
Oh, speaking of luring, I have a notification saying that my Nick Shirley hoodie's going to be here on Thursday.
Culture. Through business and friends. From your success and achievements. From your mistakes and failures. Even when
That's it. Cry about the fact that you're about to spend life in prison, you fucking cunt. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Be like your dad. Love your family. Through the good, the bad, the disagreements, the back and forth arguments. Choose forgiveness. Choose love. But build your life full of people and family who you love and that love you. Be the friend everyone wants to
Yeah, you gotta make sure that when you do that, you don't poison them.
be friends with.
Just saying.
Everyone wishes they had.
Just throwing that little nugget out there.
Well, I mean, we are watching. The public is watching. We're just not falling for the whole shtick. And clearly, no one's on her side. No sane person is on her side. Like, I did not abandon you. Ma'am, murdering their father is the definition of abandoning your kids. You blew up the family right there. Did you flee for them? No. Did you destroy their lives? Absolutely.
The one thing I need you boys to know, I did not abandon you.
But in the end, the judge handed Corey the sentence she absolutely deserved for the attempted and then the successful murder of her husband, Eric Richens. Life without parole. Yeah, see ya. And he calls her...
See you in hell. Rest in peace, you won't be missed. Enjoy jumping over hot coals in hell. Be thankful you're not in Texas, you fucking bitch.
Too dangerous to be let free. You can literally see her laugh to herself and make a face to her lawyer when she was called. Like, ma'am, you're not helping him.
A person convicted of those things is simply too dangerous to ever be free.
Agreed.
Ms. Richens, based on your conviction of count 1, first-degree felony aggravated murder, the court hereby sentences you to life without parole.
As he's calling her too dangerous to be let free, she's also
Did you roll her eyes?
Smirking at her lawyers. They're not your friend. They're being paid to be there, which, by the way, that money's running out, so they're not going to be your attorney for too long at this point. This is the end of the trial. Why are you trying to bond with them? I mean, maybe you could argue that she was in shock, but still, it looks so bad. All of this is bad because unfortunately,
The hell with her. She's right where she belongs. And she is right where she belongs. Okay. So we got more scalpers. Let me pull up because I got a lot to this. I've actually got like a little thing going with these fucking scalpers, right? I hate them. They're a blight to humanity. We should put them in jail for 50 years minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are bottom feeders.
If you resist law,
where's it at? Right here. This is a Pokemon vending machine. Let me make sure that's what this is. Yeah, this is obviously fucking Pokemon scalping. I hope.
Go ahead and start stretching out a little bit. Wedgies to some are still fighting and fucking. Again, I know I've yapped about this a lot, but I still just can't get over just how degenerate it has all become. There's been a shooting over Pokemon cards. There was
just for this. Watch this.
Look, people just throwing them in the trash because they don't get good hits. Look, here you go. Here's some more. There you go. Here's some more.
They just throwing whole packs of cards in the garbage.
And more. There's tons.
Right next to the vending machine.
There's way too much.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Scalpers.
Look
man.
at all that. Look at how much he has in his hand.
Yeah.
He's got an entire deck already. Look at all that. Brand spanking new cards. Just out of the pack in the garbage.
Scalpers, man. They don't care about the fun.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. So many.
Brand new cards.
There you go.
Just out of the packs, in the trash, discarded for no one to see.
Was a murder in Chile over Pokemon cards. It is so despicable that I have to insult them every opportunity I get.
Amen to that.
But
Yes,
maybe
sir.
if there's enough shame around it, people will start to police themselves and avoid the cringe plague that swept.
No. No. See, that's your big mistake right there, Charlie, is you think these idiots are going to police themselves? No. They're not going to do that.
Opportunity I get, because it's not stopping.
But we can always police them.
But maybe if there's enough shame around it, people will start to police themselves and avoid the cringe plague that swept through the globe here with this Pokemon pandemic. Now, I also want to mention something, because with all of this going on, it got me really curious about the actual card game itself. You know, the thing that the Pokemon cards are fucking designed
It's actually kind of fun. I dated somebody that built me a deck, and it's actually kind of fun. I wasn't very good at it, but it was pretty good. I mean,
so over the last couple weeks, I taught myself how to play the TCG. Posting videos of Pokemon TCG live on my gaming channel, as well as a million other games as well. And it's actually a really fun card game. It's very simple, but it's actually really enjoyable. So I've been playing the game, and then playing the game has kind of got me scratching at my neck to make real-life decks. So then I've started opening a lot of Pokemon boxes on the Skill Check channel, which is something I haven't done in years. And it's been so fucking fun. So I
love doing unboxing and, like, unwrapping of cards. If y'all use the Throne Link to get Magic cards, like the big, I'd imagine the ones that are there are getting kind of fucking expensive. I should go and, trade those out for something else. But I would love to do like card openings on stream. That shit would be so fun.
Really enjoying the actual hobby of playing the card game and making the decks. And it's also awakened a new, even deeper hatred of these scalpers than I previously had. I didn't know my hate boner could get any bigger.
No, like it's actually a really fun game if you play it. It just sucks that these assholes just do this to make money off of like an individual or a couple of cards. It's ass, man.
It has, because now that I'm actually buying the product to use it, I now see how fucking difficult it is to get the product at a reasonable price. And obviously I'm not going to be engaging with the secondary market infested with these scalpers, you know, doing deals behind the Walmart, flipping through used needles and broken dreams to get my hands on the product that they've camped out at Walmart for the last couple weeks. So I only buy from card shops, but even then, the card shops are charging over MSRP, which is a little more palatable because at least it goes to like a family-owned business or something, as opposed to people like this. And calling scalpers people is a generosity they don't deserve.
No, you put shame to every person, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're degenerates, they're scum, they're parasites, they're fucking leeches. They're that might be a little... No, they're maggots.
They are just revolting germs, just a fungus. So now that I actually engage with the hobby and play it, it's even more insulting the state of all of it because of this shit.
Hey, they get it. You already started the problem here.
Oh my god, bro.
It's Pokemon. Just go somewhere else.
Hey, leave the store, bro.
Go somewhere else.
Leave the store, man.
Go the fuck somewhere else.
Bro, where the fuck is the... Where are any of the employees?
Man, brother, you already started a problem, bro. Just leave the store.
You about to go to jail in front of your kids, bro.
I got you on camera, bro. Don't go to jail in front of your kids, bro.
How do you have your kids there? Is this guy a scalper, or is he actually just really fed up with these fuckers taking all this shit? Like, I'm not gonna lie, if this guy's not a scalper and he just wants to get some cards for his kids, I'd be pretty pissed too. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I don't know if this guy's a scalper or not. I'm not sure.
Go to jail in front of your kids, bro.
Bro, you already hit him, bro. Get out of here.
Touch me. You touch me too.
It's first thing in the morning at what appears to be a Walgreens, and Team Rocket's favorite Eagles fan here is already looking like he's 14 Miller Lights deep and causing a ruckus. I swear, every store is starting to carry Pokemon cards now, which is unsurprising because it's a cheat code for every brick and mortar establishment to just get infinite weirdos through the door because they're all salivating.
Y'all remember the day when you used to be able to go into like a Walmart and like stop by the card aisle and there would just be cards there? Whatever happened to those days? Oh, I know.
And fucking hunting this product out there, so they roll up with their entire squad here to try and make a profit flipping it. And it reminds me of the Szechuan sauce craze from the Rick and Morty McDonald's era. It is about that level of cringe, but it's also 10 times as dangerous because these fucking goobers are always fighting each other. They are actually violent psychopaths.
Yeah, I mean, someone's already been shot for this. Someone has already been shot over a bunch of Pokemon cards.
He can press start. What are you doing?
All of them?
Nobody cares,
I'm
bro.
here with you.
Nobody cares.
Brother, we would have shared it if you didn't. We weird as hell.
You ran off with this fucking
Bro, you ruined it for yourself. You ruined it for yourself. Leave.
You're not.
Look at all that. Oh, no, he's a scalper. He's a scalper. Scalper!
Bro, just
Why the fuck did you do that?
Scalper!
you got your kids with you, bro.
He couldn't help but
It's a word that carries. It's worse than being condemned to death, guys. Scalper!
Like they've taken huge score. Let's fucking go. So the Eagles fan is upset because this crew came in and wiped out the entire inventory. So then the Eagles fan got physical, apparently. And they're like, oh, we would have shared it with you if you hadn't done all that.
You were never gonna share that shit, dude. I can't tell you how many of these fuckers I've seen that have said some stupid shit like that. And dude, no.
How benevolent.
No.
Such
No.
good guys. Real Pokemon fans. That's the lesson Ash Ketchum taught us as well. We'll share a little bit of this product we intend on scalping, but then you got mad and you said some mean stuff and then put hands on us. So now we're going to continue with the plan of just hogging all of it to ourselves and try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace to gullible, desperate idiots.
You got your kids.
He bought $500 worth of that shit. That is so frustrating. Just imagine that's like the third store that he's been to where he's trying to, get just basic cards for his fucking kids and he can't because of the, I don't know if this guy's a scalper, the guy with the kids. We don't know. We're just going based on, what we think, but he has kids with him. So that really makes me think that he's just a really pissed off parent.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Bro, you just fought in front of his kids, bro. He just fought in front of his kids. Get out of here, bro.
Go to your car. Why are you hitting people over Pokemon, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Go to your car.
Where's his shoes at? How's it that he just got kicked out of the store and he left with less than what he showed up with? Bro, where are your shoes at? You ain't even got a shirt on anymore. Bro, you get robbed, man.
Apparently it got even more physical there, somewhere in between that last cut and then him being walked outside like a dog. And then he, very gingerly, very sensitively takes the guy's shirt off. He wiggles his way out of his shirt, which, if it's about to get pugilistic, is not a bad strategy. It gives your opponent less things to grab onto, then they have to really latch on to the teat. So anyway, he
got love handles, man. There's plenty of stomach there to grab onto. What you mean?
Shirt here, and then he starts marching back into the Walgreens. And he looks like an NPC in a video game when their pathfinding kind of glitches out. It's like he's in a trance. He's in a fugue state. I don't know. He's like zombie walking in there. But I don't know what happened because it got cut there about who actually got physical first. But he gets walked out, then that happens. All bad. I just feel terrible.
Just rushed him, bro.
Bro, you are a fucking idiot. What are you doing right now?
No, he's out.
Yeah, I got the whole. Hey.
You notice how she didn't even react to that? This does make me think that he is a scalper. Because, you see how she's not even, moving?
She goes to the car, bro.
Get out! Get out! Get out of my way. Get out! Did you call the police? Get out, bro. Get out of my way. Get out! Let's go.
Getting arrested in front of his kids.
Get away from me. Get out! No. Get out! Hurry up and call the police.
You about to get arrested in front of your kids, bro.
Get out! You're about to get arrested.
Just leave, bro. Just leave.
Stop.
Yeah, please take them to the car. Holy shit, why did that take so long?
It is endlessly frustrating how the cameraman acts like he's some level-headed, calm, nice guy. Like, yeah, guys, go to the car, guys. Your dad's bad. And yes, their father is embarrassing himself, and yes, he does appear to be pretty unhinged. Why else would they bring their kids there unless that's just like a front for their physical over the Pokemon cards? But like, it's not like his frustration isn't understandable. They went there.
So Charlie he gets what I'm saying. Like just imagine if that was actually just a family that wanted to get cards for their kid, right? Their kids. And this is like the 5th place they've been to, and you've got these cocksuckers just going around and buying up all these cards, and they're gonna just sit there and throw most of them away.
Get some Pokemon product, presumably for their children. That would be my guess, because why else would they bring their kids there unless that's just like a front for their dad to try and like garner sympathy while he's scalping. But I would be willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they went there to get Pokemon product as a family with their kids. And then they encounter this group of dweebs, these fucking twerps, these scalp...
I'm really happy that he brought that up. I am. Like, genuinely.
Worms, these vultures, that have taken all of it, and now they get nothing. So that is extremely frustrating.
Yeah, no, it is.
Not worth
like, just imagine if that was like the 3rd or 4th place they went in their area, and they're just all gone because of these assholes.
Get into a physical altercation over it, especially when he's
and then you can't, like, it's not as simple as just buying it online either, because you try to buy it online and it's like 3 times the price because these dip wagons aren't going to turn a profit on it.
Seemingly
Dude, it's trash.
But even still,
how's it going, the creator?
Sucks.
Man, it's been a while.
I hope every set going forward is just
I stopped playing games on stream, man. I don't do that anymore. I actually stopped playing games altogether for the channel.
Like perfect order. A set where scalpers lose their whole asshole on it and start whining and crying and getting the wambulance out because no one's buying it at scalper prices.
But the thing is like, you shouldn't have to switch over to a different card game because a bunch of people want to ruin it. That just sucks. Like, why should you have to play something else because a bunch of assholes want to sit here and do that?
Anymore, so they end up losing money. I really wish Pokemon would just like overprint the shit out of all of their sets. I just anything to get rid of these degenerates, man. Like, straight up, it is just so gross. It is so out of control. It really is.
Coal in the fire.
No, you don't.
Let's go. Go.
Just let it go.
Go. Go. Get out of the way. Go. Fight his battles. Let's go. Bro.
Bro.
Let's go. No, it's 2026. That's how shit works. Go.
Bro.
You go ahead and hit me in my shit. Shit don't go left. Get out. That you hit me.
You're about to get knocked out.
Hey, I'm recording, so don't hit me. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Bounce.
I'm recording too, so.
Find your shoes and bounce, bro.
Why do you want to get knocked out right now? Walk or leave.
Like, you're attacking. Get something for my kids, bro.
Brother, we're all together.
So he was right. So I was right. Like, can't even get some cards for your kids without having to worry about these fucking schizos. Man, that really sucks. Now, like, I think Charlie is definitely, I think he's right whenever he says that it could be a front. But, like, it's just so fucking frustrating, bro. It's so fucking frustrating.
Fights break out over it. I had to mute the audio to this one because the uploader put the Pokemon theme song to it, and I'm pretty sure that's a big no-no. Side note, a little brief rant. Stop doing that. Just let the real audio play. It's much more entertaining that way. Adding the Pokemon theme song does nothing to enhance it. Shit is stupid.
Bro. Look all the way down to aisle. Look all the way down to aisle.
Stop doing that.
Look all the way where the TVs are.
It's much more entertaining that way.
Look at that maintenance personnel. She's just over there like, oh, that looks crazy. What's going on over there? Look, watch.
The theme song does nothing to enhance it. Shit is stupid. You're not some comedian because you thought to put the Pokemon theme to
Yo, that person is legendary.
Just let the real audio play. It's better that way. So anyway, the big guy here has a single ETB, one ETB, and then two broccoli hair TikTokers come over and start like grappling him, start trying to wrestle
How
him.
about y'all want to make a bet? If that dad tried to get any of those cards for him and for like his family, they would have done the same thing to him.
Now, dude just face tanked all of that and then walked away upset about the inconvenience. Now, again, there's no audio, so I don't even know what the lore is here around.
You realize this dude walked over, grabbed the one box. He grabbed one fucking box and had to go through all of this just to get the one box.
Pokemon theme song does nothing to enhance it. Shit is stupid. You're not some comedian because you thought to put the Pokemon theme to a fight. Just let the real audio play. It's better that way. So anyway, the big guy here has a single ETB.
He should have called the police and had those fucking idiots arrested. That's what he should have done.
And then two broccoli hair TikTokers
Look, literally got all the rest of the boxes.
And start like grappling him. Start trying to wrestle him. Now, dude just face tanked all of that and then walked away upset about the inconvenience. Now, again,
yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. You go to the store to get a box of Pokemon cards, you get fucking tackled by two fucking pricks. Yeah,
so
it's just annoying.
Lore is here around why this happened, but why are they getting physical with this guy? He has a single ETB, so he's not even doing anything that's against the store protocol of like the buy limits or anything. Now, maybe he cut in line. And if that is the case, he's a douchebag for it, but he also didn't...
Line for what, man? They're fucking cards. They're on the shelf. There's no line to the shelf. Like, no. It's on the shelf.
Like, take away everyone else's product. He had a single ETB from what I can tell, and it didn't look like there was anything in his cart. And then these two dudes come over and start, like, grabbing him by the legs and shit. One of them even like slips on a banana peel or something and falls over, just eats shit. And this guy just sits there tanking all of it. Like, I don't know what these two dudes were thinking. They're gonna have him pinned up like some kind of Thanksgiving turkey or something, or like out of a cartoon where they put an apple in his mouth. I don't know what the plan was, but the mission was failed, and they actually got.
You didn't have nothing in your hand, bro.
Yeah, he ran up and
he didn't have.
We were all waiting in line, and this dude just grabbed us.
So he was there first.
We're not gonna. You want us to call the police?
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, you should. Yeah.
I mean, you should call the police because they're gonna get arrested for battery. Yeah, and assault. He should want to call the police. He absolutely should want that. He didn't even touch them. They were all over him.
He did. Yeah.
He obviously just wants to leave, but still.
With mostly the actual audio from the event, but it's at the end of it, it doesn't tell me what led up to it, so now I just have to go with the after action report.
Oh, so we got an after? Here we go.
And put it in the cart. Meanwhile, the
by the leg and one was pushing me against the glass. That's how it went down.
I would call the police, and if they want to trespass me off the property, even though I didn't do anything, I would just call the police. I would try to get them charged with something. Try to get the video footage, and then what I would do is I would just leave. If you're still able to buy the cards, then buy the cards and leave. Like, don't cause no more problems. Don't get yourself permanently trespassed. Just explain what happened. Call the police. I would have just called the police and explained it to them. They could have pulled video footage from like the back and stuff like that. That's what I would have done personally.
He then talks to the staff here, and I can't make out a ton of the words, but he's explaining how he didn't put hands on anyone and was getting, like, wrestled by these two guys, and then just says, can I just get my product and leave, I think is one of the things he said. But I can't make out too much else. I don't know. Either way, all of that hoopla over a single box of Pokemon cards. Yeah. So even with buy limits in place, you still have people fighting over it. That is how out of control it is. So even
That is insane, dude. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy. All that for a bunch of plastic cards. All right, y'all know what time it is, boys.
Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin. Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania.
Oh,
and that
man.
location is very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and... However, one thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs. Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of illegal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine. With this
they got the good shit. Oh, man, they got the good shit, boys.
Tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies.
Okay.
And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state.
Damn.
However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security. Which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when f***ing crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a f***ing Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base. They were understandably absolutely f***ing bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras. And what they saw was this little shit. Walking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely f***eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the f*** out.
No shot. So this animal ate the field, like the fruit, essentially, got high as shit, and hopped in circles until it passed out. Holy shit, dude. Wildlife sure is something, ain't it?
They thought the f***ing Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby. Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked.
Yo, wildlife sure is something else, ain't it?
This is the world's biggest...
Yo, fuck that. Yo, what? Holy shit. That's not a spider, dude. That's a fucking horse. Jesus. We put a saddle on that bitch, you'd ride that bitch all over fucking America. Goddamn. Goddamn, bro.
Why the f*** is it that big? Introducing Theraphosa blondie, a tarantula surprisingly not native to Australia for once. It's found on the other tyrannid hive continent, South America. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Yet this thing is fucking huge. Coming in at a frightening 107.
That thing's as big as a fucking dinner plate, bro. God damn. I bet that one eats birds. I know that there are spiders that eat birds. I bet that's one of them.
5 grams in weight and 12 inches in leg span.
Son of a bitch.
And those legs are not the only place it's packing inches, because Shelob's cousin here is packing fangs that measure a huge inch in length.
Bro, you mean to tell me this motherfucker has fangs as big as cat claws? Oh my god. That's horrifying.
For scale, that is like a 6-foot human packing canines the length of a fucking ruler. But the important question, why the fuck is it so big? And the answer is that I have withheld information from you. You see, I introduced this girl by a Latin name. She's much better known as the Goliath Bird Eater Tarantula.
Yep. There it is. Look, I'm sorry, guys, but the day that I see a bird getting eaten by a tarantula on my front porch is the day I become president of the United States and thoroughly nuke the area where I saw that. I will leave nothing left. I will crater it to the center of the planet and crack the crust. Do you understand me? It is very wise that I never see this in my lifetime. I strive to never come across it in my lifetime.
That's right, this EDF-sized spider, not unlike me, would fucking kill for some KFC. Literally. These bile titans will quite
How's it going, Magic Man?
Birds, Remy, frogs, and even lizard. And they do all of this without a fucking web. Yeah,
alright, enjoy the rest of your day, Dean.
Hunting by prowling the jungle floor, sensing for movement with
tomorrow, Dean.
Sensitive hairs on their legs. These hairs pick up vibrations in the air, which tell them when something is close. And once their spidey sense tells them that Remy's in range, they fucking jump him, biting him with those daggers they call fangs, and injecting him with fucking neurotoxin.
Yep. There it is.
1 week without covering neurotoxin. Of course this thing has it too. You know, I give up. I give up. They then drag their prey back to their burrow and spit up acidic digestive juices in order to suck their prey up through a fucking straw. This is the world's...
Bro, we gotta get that shit up out of here. We gotta get that up out of here. So, a lot of people seem to think that Hassan might be getting fucked here. It's like what I had said yesterday whenever he was talking about how it doesn't look good. The way his demeanor is does make it seem like something's up.
Is now under federal investigation, and this time the penalties can be very...
It looks like it might be really bad for Hassan. I'm gonna be honest though, guys. I don't see him getting any time in jail. I've set myself up one too many times, hopefully. And I would like to see Hassan go to jail and get charged with like a $250,000 fine. But everything in my soul that I've seen over the past, like, however long I've been reacting to shit says that it's not going to happen. So.
Very serious. We're going to today on The Legal Mindset, we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney.
W Legal Mindset. Hell yeah, Legal Mindset. Check out Legal Mindset on YouTube. Boom.
Now, Hassan Piker is no stranger to controversy and potentially filming his crimes live.
Kaya, please just go back. Stop.
Now, this time it's not for Collargate, but this time it's for something serious, as the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, is probing into his participation in a March 2026 activist trip to Cuba. He was part of the Nuestra America convoy, which was deemed as a humanitarian aid convoy, but involved many activists, many of which, in fact, advocate for violating U.S. law.
We're here with Morid, and he is a Palestinian currently studying for free.
Here in Palestine and Cuba, things are all too similar. Both our peoples are living the same thing. Because of the same enemy, I am ready to be on the battlefield, for my people to support them on the front lines.
And the alleged issue says, essentially boils down to, did he violate official U.S. sanctions in his trip to Cuba? Now, we're going to get into those very specific and very, very serious allegations. But first, I have a very important message. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and experience serious mental health struggles. You should hear this. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these that are at play here involve whether or not he was dealing in transactions that are prohibited with Cuba. So that could be financing, coordinating, or delivering goods he shouldn't have,
Corporate.
staying at or transacting with Cuban government-owned or controlled entities. There's a list of hotels that are prohibited and where you cannot stay in Cuba. There's also other things you're not supposed to be doing while you're there. And the problem with Hassan and many live streamers is that they want to openly brag about committing crimes. In fact, Hassan Piker has encouraged people to commit theft.
I'm pro stealing from big corporations. Yeah, no, I'm pro piracy all the way. Like across
Dumbass.
the board. We gotta get back to cool crimes like that. Like, you know, bank robberies.
Wouldn't it just be a beautiful thing? Wouldn't it just be a wonderful, beautiful thing if Hassan goes up in court and he's trying to act like he feels bad for what he did, and then they just play this before the verdict? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If they stream Hassan Piker, if they stream his trial and everything, I will be there reacting to it, guys. I'll be live. I missed out on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard stuff. I'm not gonna miss out on this. I will be reacting to this every step of the way. I will be all over this, boys.
I mean, look.
So what OFAC has done here is they've requested information. So they've sought out more information to do a review of this activist trip and any particular foreign influence or sanctions evasion that might have. Now, while there are no criminal charges yet, the penalties for this can be very serious. And Hassan Piker indeed is scared.
Up to 10 years in prison.
Okay. They're after your boy. We will free you, brother. Yeah, free me. Free me. Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that.
So the potential penalties here can actually stack up. This is under the Cuban Assets Controls and Regulations Act, which is enforced via the This is under the Cuban Assets Controls and Regulations. These here can actually stack up. This is under the Cuban Assets Controls and Regulations penalty.
Free me. Free me. I can't believe I'm saying that.
So the potential penalties here can actually stack up. This is under the Cuban Assets Controls and Regulations Act, which is enforced via the International Emergency Economic
going
Power
crazy,
Act,
I guess.
IEEPA. So there's two sides to this, a civil side and a criminal side. On the civil side, the penalties can be up to $91,000 per violation. Woo! So the issue is here, if you go on one of these trips, let's say you're out there on a long trip and you're doing multiple things, especially if you're live streaming, once again, being your own star witness, you might violate several of these provisions. So maybe you're bringing in or transacting with goods you're not supposed to bring in or you're not supposed to buy. Maybe you're staying at a hotel you're not supposed to stay at, or something that's linked to the Cuban government and prohibited. So you may have multiple transactions, so that 91K can stack up against.
From what I understand, the United States government is doing a major crackdown on content creators that are taking money from foreign countries to push propaganda. So this may not be the only case of a crackdown, but it may be the first in a very long line of content creators that are about to get into a lot of trouble.
You. And that is indeed the lowest level. But on the highest level, for willfully doing these things, for going out and saying, yep, I did it, who cares, so what, and bragging about it, which many of these influencers actually go out and do, you can have fines for up to $1 million on the corporate side for most individuals, about $250,000, $250K on the individual side. But you can also face imprisonment for up to 10 years. So there is actual real prison time that can be behind willful violations. Now, it's very clear that this has not been pressed yet, but it's still on the table. Now, in practical cases, when we look at these things, most of these violations for first-timers or non-egregious offenses are typically civil penalties. So they'll typically slap them with some sort of fine. So it might be a 10, 20, 30, 40K fine. Once again, up to 91K. These things can add up. Hassan Piker's got money, but if you hit him with a couple of these, I mean, that's a dent in his Labubu budget. Now, we're going to see where this actually plays out. But where I see this happening and being a problem with Piker, whether or not he gets into any problem here, is to look at his pattern of behavior, of encouraging criminality.
Oh, yeah, no, he absolutely does. He does it constantly. He does it all the fucking time, constantly.
breaking the law. It's only a matter of a time till somebody is motivated enough to get him on camera saying something and actually punish him. He's gotten away with many of his crimes because they've been local crimes. The local California PD is not that motivated. Many of them are probably politically aligned with Piker, so they might agree with him on other issues and therefore not want to prosecute him. So he's gotten away with a lot, but the feds are not necessarily going to fall into that camp, and they might look at this and say, no, this is an on-your-face violation here, and actually hold him to task. And I cannot wait till the day comes that Hassan Piker actually reaps some of what he's sown.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Even, like, just him being put through the court system, the justice system, like this, I think that I'd accept that. It'll make him think about what he's going to say before he says it.
Once again, he has openly encouraged criminality time and time again. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Racism cause a teen's tumors. Is this real? Let me see what this is. Racism. Your son's tumor was caused by racism.
There's a couch over there.
Hey, is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. I had Cephas answer some questions from a Harvard test known as unrest. It is designed to measure someone's level of social resistance.
Social resistance.
When people like us oppose the values and policies of the dominant culture.
And remove. Oh no, they are so awful. They are the worst. They deserve it. They deserve worse. By the way, it is. You know, this episode called "Racism Causes Tumors." How I feel about people that complain about woke these days.
Stinks. It stinks. It stinks. Yes, Mr. Sherman, everything stinks.
And this is the new strategy that these people have to.
I actually had somebody that dropped into my comments and said that. Funny enough, on stream. It's been a little bit now, but somebody was like, whenever we were covering the mixtape, someone was like, oh, this is so, like, what was it, like, boring, you know, more woke stuff, da-da-da-da-da. I just kind of ignored it, but I think he's onto something here.
Downplay the amount of culture. You should some of the quotes in a viral tweet. It's a gold mine. Okay, let me see it. So this is what they try to do, is they're trying to gaslight people into thinking that it never happened.
Of course they are.
That's really, I would say that's really what it is. They're trying to gaslight and make people think that all of this like woke nonsense and ridiculous cultural control that they had never actually happened, even though we were all there and everybody saw it happen. But for some reason, they're trying to pretend like, oh no, that's not what it was. Yeah, what's a video that defines peak woke? Lori Lightfoot entered.
I mean, it looks like peak cringe to me. I remember this.
To the Rona Destroyer.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God. This is bad. Yep. Happy Halloween. This is all real. This was, she was like I forgot what she was. Verse, the disabled, non-binary, lesbian spider person was the peak of woke 1.0. What is this here? Can I find it?
It really bothers me that they not only invaded movies and television and gaming, they couldn't even leave comics alone, bro. Comics.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is this trash?
Oh my God. Yep, there's another one. We've got this. Of course, the classic. This one was recent.
Yeah, we've seen this one. Oh, here we go. She's about to say the alphabet here, guys.
Deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2S LGBTQIA+.
Ain't no damn genocide, lady. Shut the fuck up. I love how they try to mental gymnastic their way into using words that don't belong.
This is abhorrent.
By the way,
I mean, they pretty much made their own alphabet, so why would this be any different?
Just in case anybody was wondering. This actually is, in fact, a very strong password. Yes. Yeah, she's literally listing out a password.
With the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+. This is abhorrent.
Jesus, man.
We know he's God and he no longer can be here. In honor of his legacy, we're not rioting, God.
You got me fucked up in the head if you ever think I'm about to kneel to any fucking man. You got me fucked up. I would sooner fight to my death. You got me fucked up.
White people bowing down to black people. Oh my god.
Well, remember, guys, only the white people can be racist.
Humbling ourselves.
The fact that none of these people in this crowd are even stepping up and saying this is the dumbest shit. Why the hell are y'all kneeling? If you see someone as equal, you don't kneel to them. That's not what equality is, dipshit.
Yes, Lord. You brought the thunder and rain today, God. Because Satan takes the L today. Father, in Jesus'
No, he brought the thunder and rain because he saw a bunch of retards fucking kneeling to a bunch of people that don't need to be kneeled to. You look people in the eyes whenever you show them respect. You bow and kneel to them to show it's a form of submission. Bunch of cucks.
You get the victory.
Uh-huh.
Father, we ask for forgiveness from our black brothers and sisters for years and years of racism, of systematic racism. We know he's God and he no longer can be here. In honor of his legacy.
Where is this on the scale? Let me see.
We're not shaming anybody.
Oh my
God.
fucking god. Capri Sun. Yeah, these people are just absolutely nuts. And they always were. What is this? Oh, this is yeah, I saw this. Is the first black transgender woman with quadriplegic cerebral palsy to attend the Met Gala. That I remember seeing this, and it was just so dumb and silly that I didn't even cover it on my stream. I was just like, okay, right, yeah, and tell me I'm not in a cult. Okay, what is this here? Is this a leading candidate?
These colleges and universities, their silence is deafening as they do nothing despite the pleas from fearful students that are in a state of shock over the hatred and the rabid and virulent anti-Semitism.
There's a lot of that.
They want our people dead. They want us killed. They want us dead.
Oh my god. Isn't it great that we've imported the Sand Wars into America? Now we have...
How's that our problem? Like, why are you on a college campus crying to some dude about how they want you dead? I mean, you're in America. Like, what the fuck are you on about, bro?
To take a side on the 2,000-year-old war. Oh, great. Oh, just what we needed. No, let's not talk about healthcare. Let's figure out who owns this plot of land that they've been killing each other over for 1,000 years.
Right?
Yeah,
they couldn't figure it out themselves, so they want us to figure it out for them. Fuck no.
Let's try to figure out who was really right.
Please end it, please.
Oh, okay.
Every university, I want you to
Yo,
pause.
W to 200 joules for the flow. W flow from Mouse Ski 007. By the way, if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Check out the Discord. Check out those jewels. Those jewels help out with them views. I haven't said that all morning. I completely like blanked on that. I'll go live on everything. So make sure y'all stick around. If the streams ever after the stream, they'll always be up. So even if you miss a stream, you're never really left out in the dust. Sticks and Rachel have been doing a great job, fantastic job with the Discord. W Sticks and Rachel, y'all are awesome. Check out the channel membership as well. W channel members. Oh wait, there's another one. There's another one. Hold on, wait. There's another one. There's another one. Where's it at? I saw two little presents pop up. Oh, that's one. Sent a flow and then another flow. Where's that at? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Sent a gift. Oh, I got the DJ Cat too. Hold on, wait a minute. We get hooked up in chat. Hold on, we get hooked up in chat. So we got 100 for 2 joules from local Leon Adimon? Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm gonna call you Leon. I'll call you Leon. Then we got Mouski. No, they taking advantage of the American. Oh yeah, they absolutely are. That's all they can do. And then we got Mouski 007 with 200 for the flow. Then we got 800 for the turn it up W. And then there was another one, and then another 100 for 2 joules, so W100. Then we got Magic Man with the 10 joules, but there was another one here. There was 2 flows. I saw 2 presents pop. I'm gonna assume that the 2 flows are the same amount of joules, so I'm gonna assume that it's another 200. And I hope I'm right, but I definitely saw 2 joules. So that'd been 400 joules total. W chat, man, y'all hooking it up today. W chat.
Taking place. Did you just hear that?
Oh, don't forget to go hype up those videos. You hype up when you hype up a standard YouTube video, it helps the video get more views, just like the joules do. And more views on the video means that there's high chance that people are gonna sub and stick around. So make sure you can hype up to 3 times a week. And it can only be on standard video content, so not the streams or the shorts, but standard like videos on the channel. So go check that out. W chat, by the way, y'all are awesome.
They want us dead.
And by the way, I do think a lot of the Palestine activist people, they are at least ambivalent towards the people that are part of their movement that want to just literally kill Jews and destroy Israel. Like, I don't think that it's that far off. I think that you can be pro-Palestine and not do that, but I think that a lot of those people do that. Crumping for Floyd? What is this?
What the fuck is this?
Do you know what's so funny? Is that this is actually so much more well-behaved than the ICE protests now.
And now you've got like a T-Rex running around hitting ICE officers.
Like, it's actually gotten worse since then. Like, this is just like...
It got worse because they didn't go to jail for this. That's why.
A guy dancing... No, who cares? Right? Nobody gives a shit. This is fine.
It's cringy as fuck, but at least they're not, like, hurting anybody.
Is she on drugs? I think she's... Yeah, I guess she must be dancing. It's slightly different. And, okay, giving up a paddleboard... Stand-up paddleboarders getting dragged out of the ocean and arrested while Gavin Newsom dined at French...
Keep going, dude! He's gonna commit suicide. He's just gonna go and crash into the piling. Oh, yeah, they sent out the drones.
So they're out there wasting all this money and these resources to get a dude on a paddleboard during, what, COVID? Gavin Newsom denied at...
He's gonna commit suicide. He's just gonna go and crash into the piling. Oh, yeah, they sent out the drones.
So...
here they go.
They're sending drones out to capture
this is great,
people.
The first ever.
Just because he was out during COVID? Really?
Oh, he faked him out. Now he's going back out to sea.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Did the old switcheroo. Oh,
yep.
my God. This guy's really dude Laird.
One guy.
Uh-oh, he's screwed. Now he's
Uh-oh.
This guy's coming in. Let's see the highway pursuit. Oh, my God, look at this.
Why? Just why? Why?
Keep this in mind. They say that, like, oh, wow, we're wasting all this money on ICE. These people have no problem using multiple lifeguard boats to run down a single paddleboarder who's not following a COVID restriction.
No, let's talk about all the ICE signs that what's-her-face in California, the mayor of California, decided to snap into existence that costs, like, I think it was like $800 a sign. And they're like, ICE is just ignoring them now. I think in total it costs like almost $800,000.
They had no problem with that. They will waste however much money they need.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
get what they want.
I mean, that's obvious on both sides, though. Like, I don't think that's just a them side. But I think that it is hilarious that there's a lot of hypocrisy that goes on between the two sides. Like, it is a shitload.
No, unfortunately. Talk about wasted money. Yep, that's right.
Oh, shit. Is that another one? Hold on, wait a minute. Is that another one? I think Mowski got another one, didn't he? Yeah, right here. Damn, 1,000 jewels? Yo, GOAT Trophy W. Holy shit, bro, hooking it up in the chat today. Damn, W Mowski. How do you get the jewels? Does anybody know? Like, I don't even know how the jewels work. I don't know how the jewels work, man.
Uh-oh. Two guys.
Was there a GG in there?
They got both boats on them now, too. Oh, he's getting away still.
You buy them?
They're going to have to shoot him. This is the reason why these people can never have power ever again. You can never give these people any power. This one, that Gina.
Oh, I remember this. I just think that look here. What is so magical? Here's what's so magical, in my honest opinion, on what makes wokeism so beautiful. They advocate for equality, yet they disenfranchise white people using racist tactics like DEI programs, where they make governmental assistance programs where the government will give jobs, or not jobs, but businesses money if they hire diversely. So anyone other than a white male, to be more specific. It did help out with Karens. That's why you see a lot of these Karens that got fired from all these games studios and these journalists. And then they want to sit there and cry and bitch and complain because they can't get their black redistricting for their, I don't even remember what fucking state it was anymore, in that state. And they're trying to say that Trump is racist, yet they're openly advocating for segregation based on voters, based on voter skin color. They want to sit there and say that it's racist for voter ID to exist, yet they don't want to come to terms with the fact that it's not racist if you get carded when you're purchasing alcohol. It's not it's just because they're black, they can't like make their way to the DMV like every other hardworking American. How does that work? That's the most beautiful. Like, in order for there to be an imbalance, you have to disenfranchise and be racist towards a group of people. It's not enough just to be equal. You have to openly go against another group of people and act like they're the bad guys. And that's the craziest part about the whole thing. It's just not enough for you to be poor. It also has to involve your skin color. It's insane. It's so fucking racist. It's so racist.
Oh, not so good. It's a trans skater. Why? Because they're half skater and half, obviously, like, basically brick. They're falling on the ground.
Korona tuli vähän sitten väliin, että se sitten sotki kuviota.
Fine, okay? All right.
If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now. Right now. Your decision. Make a decision now.
One day. This was a total crash out. I remember.
This one sums it up for me. Bernie Sanders out there doing the democratic socialism bit and talking about unions and healthcare, and 2 BLM activists went to the podium, stole the mic from him, and started screaming about racism. Man. We gotta put these 2 girls, we gotta put these girls in a box. We gotta put them in a box. Gotta put them behind bars. Got to get them out.
Here, let me use the bathroom. I'm gonna look at the rest of them. Easily. Sanders had a.
Bernie Sanders, though? Like, of all the people you're gonna try and push off the mic, you're gonna do it to Bernie Sanders? That is the craziest shit I've ever seen. To Bernie Sanders, bro.
Right now. Right now. Your decision. Make a decision now.
One day, when the glory
It's a long time ago, it was.
it will be ours. It will be.
And I want y'all to keep all these.
You know what the saddest part about this is? Is that all this, like, BLM bullshit was just a big money scheme, money grab, a cash grab. They ran away with that money, lost all that money. Other than a few roads that are still named after, I can't even think of his fucking name right now. The fact that the roadways were tore up, or like that one, it was like a big road that was dedicated to George Floyd. My bad, George Floyd. All that shit's gone now. They tore it up. They got rid of it. It's all gone. They tried to take down the statues, the monuments, and the memorials that we had for our founding fathers and shit. It's crazy that they're literally trying to get rid of any history we have in this country and then make their own. Is it crazy or is it by design? It does make you wonder.
Clips in mind whenever you see a bunch of retards arguing about Israel. This is the problem. This is the immediate real problem that we're dealing with every fucking day, that these people are not gone. They've been basically neutralized, but we haven't finished the job.
No, we haven't.
We haven't. We gotta go even farther. The music too.
When the war is won, we will let. After Senator.
I can't wait to watch this girl's body cam video. I think this
Right?
is one of the ones where they have to put her in the van. That people put up
Over
says
and
that.
over again.
Call something a rotunda.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people.
Is
We
this what
love
they're saying?
trans people.
Wow.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans
Wait,
people.
you just said that.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people.
Wait.
We love trans people. Trans people belong here.
Wait.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here.
Wait,
we
what the
need
fuck?
trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We
How did America let this happen? We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, honestly. How did we give these people the ability to even the acknowledgement of being in the Supreme Court just to be asked the question, can a man give birth? How the hell did we get this far? How are these officials behind the mic schizoing out over the dumbest shit? How? How are we even acknowledging these people as like an existence? It just, I can't.
What the
we
fuck?
love
I
trans
just
people.
can't.
We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people.
What
we
the
love
fuck
trans
happened?
people.
Like-
trans people belong.
Is it sad that I could see her sitting in a padded room, rocking back and forth, saying that?
Here. We need trans
The
people.
guy
we
leaves.
love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We
my
love
God.
trans people. Trans people belong here. You matter. And I am fighting for you. And I will not stop. I will not stop today. I will not stop tomorrow. You are loved.
Uh-huh.
You matter.
And this is the reason why they got completely decimated.
You belong here.
You're out of breath for just yelling? Oh my god.
What a schizo.
I think your heart's gonna start fighting soon. That's bad. So you remember what I was talking about the Salem witch trials? And we have
I think that
is retarded.
we've come a long way from the past 4 years. We have. You don't have to worry about being canceled for bullshit or being banned now because of bullshit like this, which is great. But now we've got to maintain what we have. We actually got 2 videos today. Damn.
Which people hate us on. There was a positive I identify as Israel, and every single Jew on the earth was raptured by God, and they were all fucking sent to heaven.
The entire
May cover that tomorrow. What is this?
Meta is laying off more people. Today we reduced headcount by 22%. The Meta
Holy shit! Oh, also Meta's being sued as well.
layoffs are some of the most dystopian things I've ever seen. Unpopular opinion. You don't have to dress corporate to be professional. So this is her. I guess she got hired at Meta, and so she showed up to work looking like this. Anyway,
I don't think she did. I don't think she did at all. She probably showed up to work, wait for everybody to go to lunch, and then like switched into that, did the picture, and then moved on.
This is what happened. Asha, as previously shared, we've decided to reduce headcount as part of our continued effort to run the company more efficiently and allow us to offset other investments we're making.
Believe it or not, this is something else that you can thank Elon Musk for. When Elon Musk took over X and fired like over half the staff, and the company still managed to function the exact same, only it got better. I think that Elon Musk taking X is a prime example of what these companies need to be doing.
Unfortunately, your role has been eliminated as a part of today's reorganization. This is the TikTok she made.
Got laid off from Meta today.
You got laid off.
Honestly, I feel so happy.
Yeah?
And free, like I can finally breathe again. Funny part is, I exceeded expectations for the last 4 years in all of my performance reviews.
Wow.
It was never.
Well, this will be a really good way to try to get your next job, huh? This will like. Do you I hope that she's aware that no matter how much you try to talk up what you're saying, like no business owner is going to take you on, because I guarantee you if Meta is laying people off, the rapture of jobs has only just begun. They are probably going to start laying off people in mass. I think that this is going to be the beginning of what we are going to have to... This is going to be the beginning of the mass layoffs from all these companies that will inevitably lead to a form of universal basic income, or dare I say it, slavery. If Meta is laying people off, this is only just the beginning.
To build someone else's dream while ignoring my own. I'll be a founding creator at one of the coolest AI fashion startups in Silicon Valley. I got laid off.
Wow, you got laid off from Meta. Now you're doing a fashion brand. I'm sure that's going to go really well for you. This is the CEO that fired the HR team a couple days ago. Oh, shit.
Oh, of course. Of course he fired... No, he fired the HR team. You know how much work they're going to be able to get done now? Do you know how much work that company's going to be able to do now? Bro.
Explaining it.
We got rid of our HR team.
Why?
We had an HR team. That HR team was creating problems that didn't exist.
What have I been saying? What have I been saying about HR departments? I've been saying this shit for months. HR departments aren't there to protect you. They're there to protect the company. So they have to make up things to keep their jobs. They have to make up dumb shit just to keep their jobs. All these jobs that are being held on life support that have no actual function, they're coming to an end.
And those problems disappeared when I let them go.
Every single company in Silicon Valley is full of worthless DEI. This guy, believe it or not, follows me.
My coworkers keep saying I need to make like a tech TikTok, because if you look at my TikTok, you'd never guess I have a job. Anyways, this is our current workstation. Callie and I are what you call product managers.
Not for long!
What is your team over?
My team is over reporting and internal tools.
And I am over what we call card experience.
We help prioritize and help the engineers stay on track and help them know what to build.
Oh, dude. We help the engineers stay on track. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Whenever you're helping them...
You know, there's nothing like having a supervisor that has a supervisor that has a team that micromanages the supervisor and the team. Because, you know, that's really functioning in a workplace, right?
Stay on track. They're thinking, thank you so much, Samantha.
Yeah, exactly. So you might have a team, like the engineers actually do the developing, the coding. Product managers essentially decide what the team's going to work on, do competitive research, keep everyone focused, motivated, and
basically just have endless meetings.
And driving towards business outcomes.
Driving towards business outcomes.
That's what we do. We work from home, which means you work from the internet. So
these ladies are losing their jobs because the DEI systems that were implemented in the government that gave businesses money, taxpayer money, to employ these ladies has ended. It is over.
This is our office today.
I hope all you coworkers are happy.
And those problems disappeared when I let them go.
I bet they did, brother. I bet they fucking did. Do we want to watch this? I mean, we already saw this guy talking, right? Yeah, we saw this already. Yeah, we saw that. We saw this. Okay, so now we got a Tyler Oliveira video. I exposed cameras in Milan. Attacked. Actually, are we going to have to wait? Might have to wait. When did this come out? The 24th? We might have to wait till tomorrow to do this one, because I want to, well, actually... Accords, Trump issues urgent plea for Arabs. Launches Iran strikes as... Ooh. Oh, shit, wait a minute.
So Iran negotiations on edge this morning after the United States conducted self-defense strikes near the Strait of Hormuz Monday.
And Iran's supreme leader is calling for an end to U.S. military bases in the Gulf region, saying, quote, the hands of time will not turn back.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Ying's joining us now live from Tel Aviv with the very latest. Good morning, Trey.
Could you imagine being so stupid that you think that you're going to make a peace deal with a bunch of people that literally try to attack you overnight? You have to force your hand and blow up a bunch of boats again. And then they're acting like they have any demands. Like, Iran is completely decimated militarily. It's done. They have no boats. They have nothing. It's
Guys,
just
good morning.
it's
Overnight, the United
crazy.
States conducted airstrikes against southern Iran near the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM says these strikes were defensive in nature and went after mine-laying vessels along with a surface-to-air missile position. These were the first U.S. strikes that have targeted Iran since early May. A spokesperson for Iran's armed forces said any new aggression will be met with a far more severe response. The strikes come amid the backdrop of ongoing diplomatic efforts to reach an agreement between Iran and the United States. Overnight, President Trump laid out a condition that he has, saying on Truth Social, the enriched uranium nuclear dust will either be immediately turned over to the United States to be brought home and destroyed.
Bro, him and this nuclear dust.
Or preferably in conjunction and coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place or at another acceptable location with the Atomic Energy Commission or its equivalent being witness to this process and event. Thank you for your attention to this matter. The other key issue has to do with the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco
Bro, look at all that. Damn, bro.
Rubio reiterated the Trump administration position on this critical waterway during a gaggle today.
The straits have to be open. They're going to be open one way or the other. So they need to be open. What's happening there is unlawful. It's illegal. It's unsustainable for the world. It's unacceptable. That cannot happen. The straits need to be open.
Well, then stop bitching and complaining about it. Take Karg Island, force the strait open, and continue bombing a bunch of terrorists using the help of the UAE, Israel, and whatever the fuck that other country is.
And obviously that needs to happen immediately as soon as anything.
We're also tracking developments in the conflict between Israel and Iran's largest proxy, Hezbollah. The Israelis have vowed to ramp up strikes on the group amid ongoing drone and rocket attacks.
It sounds to me like Israel's tired of waiting. I don't know if Trump's got, like, people shoved up his ass or something, or like, I don't know if maybe, like, the Trump administration has become pussified. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But, like, dude, they need to do something. They doing nothing. They're not doing a damn thing. They're just sitting out there. And the more that they sit out there, Trump's approval rating is plummeting. It's going through the damn floor, bro. Like, do something. Like, goddamn.
Launched from southern Lebanon.
Hossein, I want to bless the residents of the North's resilience that inspires all of us. But what this requires...
I'm not a big fan of Israel. But if I was Israel and America was sitting here twiddling its thumbs with its cock in his hand, there's no way that I would stop attacking terrorist organizations like Hezbollah. I'm sorry, dude. I would make that very clear to the country that is preventing me from doing that. Like, to make this very clear, if I was born in Israel, I would be just the same gung-ho that I am about America. Like, I'm American. I was born in America. I love this country. But if I would be saying the exact same thing if I lived in any other country in the world. Like, if I actually was born there, if I lived there, I'd be saying the same shit. Like, straight up. I don't blame him for attacking a bunch of terrorists that are actively trying to destroy their country. I don't blame them at all. I think that it's within their it's within their reason to do that.
Now is to increase the blows, to increase the intensity. We will smite them with overwhelming force.
A regional source told Fox News more talks are scheduled for later this week between the Israeli and Lebanese governments aimed at increasing diplomatic relations between the two countries and getting rid of Hezbollah. Guys?
So, Trey, I know there's talk about the deal, but it's hard to say that the Iranians are serious about the deal, and they always talk. That's just part of their propaganda.
If they were serious about making a deal, they wouldn't be trying to send out more water mines in national water. These guys are not serious about making a deal at all. They're doing what they always do, which is fuck around until somebody decides to just give them what they want. I don't know why the hell you would pick up missiles and start dropping them on this country if you did not plan on finishing this job as fast as possible. I can see why a lot of people are very much so against this now. I see it, and I understand why. Because they're just dicking around now. They're just sitting out there in the water every single day, every single night, every single fucking lack of bombs falling, every single day that American money is paying for this, every day that the world is not getting oil is another day that a terrorist regime is slowly gaining a little bit more power. I don't know who the hell is pulling strings behind closed doors, but they need to cut them damn strings and do what they went there to do. I don't know if it's the Senate. I don't know if it's the Council of Karens. I don't know if it's fucking... You can't say that it's Israel. Israel's still trying to bomb them. I mean, like, who's holding this administration back? Is it Trump? Like, what's going on here?
They're laying mines in the strait.
Still.
Which is a violation of the deal that they want to get done with the United States. So how can we even take them seriously?
You can't. They're fucking terrorists.
It's a great question, and it's a major challenge for the Trump administration because they are dealing with bad faith actors at the negotiating table. And despite the fact that there is an immense amount of economic pressure on the Iranian regime, they are still doing what they can to disrupt international shipping because they see the Strait of Hormuz as the last critical piece of leverage that they have. Their nuclear program was destroyed during Operation Midnight Hammer last summer. During Operation Epic Fury, much of their military was dismantled, including their navy that now sits at the bottom of the sea. And they're running out of cards to play at the negotiating table during very high-level talks that are still taking place.
I don't think this is for money. I don't think this is for money at all. If it was for money, we wouldn't be losing money for this. I don't think this is a money bag situation. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be shocked if this was just another military industrial complex fucking shit show. We've done too much to their military power for it to be that. Like, the difference between what happened in Afghanistan and Iraq is completely different than what we're doing right now in Iran. There's no way, dude. Or Iran.
A regional diplomat confirmed to Fox News overnight that Iran's Speaker of the Parliament and also the country's foreign minister remained in Doha, Qatar to try and hammer out some of those details. But as it relates to these mine-laying vessels and what was targeted overnight, it's an indication that the Iranians still have the ability to disrupt international shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. And that was the reason that the United States conducted these strikes against those small mine-laying vessels that remain, and also some of these surface-to-air launching positions that are close to the city of Bandar Abbas.
So,
guys,
just to pick up on that, because you've been doing great reporting about the meetings in Doha between the Parliament Speaker, Ghalibaf, and the Foreign Minister, Arachi, are they actually holding weight to make decisions at that negotiating table?
So they're doing a couple things here. They are polishing the details as it relates to the Strait of Hormuz and also Iran's highly enriched uranium that President Trump made very clear overnight must be exported from Iranian territory. He's not going to allow this material to stay inside of Iran that would give the Iranians a path to a nuclear weapon. But the Qataris play a critical role here, and one of those roles has to do with the economic element and what the Iranians will receive in return. Now, U.S. officials have been very clear. The Iranians are not going to get any sort of sanctions relief or oil sanctions waivers unless they adhere to their end of this deal. But if they do, some of those funds are actually tied up in Qatar, and that is the reason that the Qataris are playing this direct role in some of these behind-the-scenes negotiations to understand how these funds are going to be released and a manner in which they're going to do so. Because what the Trump administration is going to avoid here is the mistake of the Obama administration, and that was just providing the Iranian regime with pallets of cash or unlimited funds that they, according to their own foreign ministry spokesperson yesterday, would channel back into their missile and drone programs.
Oh yeah, any amount of resources that you give Iran, it's just going to make them more missiles, more militia, not militia, IRGC. It's not going to help any of the people. It's not going to be used to buy their own uranium from a foreign country in order to make their own nuclear power sources. It's not going to be used in that manner. It's going to be used to build bombs and advocate for the death of Western culture and American citizens and American soldiers, like it always has been. I don't I don't.
There's a lot of
you know,
moving
like-
parts here at the negotiating table, and they're trying to, in parallel, ensure that an agreement can be reached as it relates to the Strait of Hormuz, and then enter into those nuclear negotiations, while also ensuring that the Iranians aren't just getting free money or sanctions relief that they would then use to try and prop up their military program.
Trey, you've been
They
saying
shouldn't be getting no damn money, period. They don't get no damn money. If Trump gives them money, he's fucking stupid.
that the president, we all read it on Truth Social, that to turn over this enriched uranium so that it can be brought home, we can destroy it here or we can destroy it there. What's the likelihood that they will come to the table and they will agree to that? Because that's really why we got into this conflict.
You know, like I kind of wish that Trump was the things that you know the left have been calling him. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep calling him like a fascist and all these crazy terms, right? Like why doesn't he start acting like that? I feel like it might be more shit getting done. Y'all remember how aggressive he was the first year of his presidency? Bro, he was a fucking he took the baton and ran all the way to home. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to that? Like did the dog lose all its fight? Like what happened? Like where is this?
In the first place to make sure
he was
they don't
aggressive
have
as shit his first year. What happened?
a nuclear weapon.
It's a great question, and it's unlikely that they will allow this highly enriched uranium to be exported to the United States. Iranian state media has floated the idea of doing this process in China or dismantling it internally. They have the ability to basically reverse the steps here. Remember when we
That's why fuck, dude. We already had a deal with Iran and he stopped it. You do realize what the terms of that deal was, right? The term was that Iran couldn't have enriched uranium above a certain percentage. And the AIEA determined that that percentage was well over. So they violated the ceasefire, not the ceasefire, but the peace agreement that we had. Not to mention the amount of proxy terrorism that has killed Americans and American citizens and soldiers over the past, 50 years. You understand that, right? You understand that the peace treaty that we had with them, they violated, so we blew their shit up? Do you understand how that works? I see.
We talk about how uranium is ultimately enriched. It starts with that uranium ore that is mined from the ground.
Kinda common,
It's then
isn't
through
it?
a chemical reaction turned into yellow cake and then into hexafluoride gas. And they spin that gas very rapidly in these advanced centrifuges. And the heavier particles go to the outside and the lighter ones stay in the middle. And so they repeat this process over and over. And ultimately, the Trump administration wants to ensure they cannot do this in the future.
Great job, as always, Trey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trey.
Be sure to like and subscribe for
What the hell is this shit?
the U.S. launching what it calls self-defense strikes in Iran. A senior official tells Fox the strikes targeted boats laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz, as well as a surface-to-air missile site.
So all this is talks to end the war are taking place in Qatar. President Trump saying the negotiations are proceeding nicely. And overnight, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who was flying and traveling a lot over the Memorial weekend, said the following on board his plane.
I think there's strong alignment and agreement on what a preliminary draft should look like. But this is, it's either going to be a good deal or there isn't going to be.
Yeah, Marco looking kind of tired, huh?
So now, Alex Hoff reports from the White House. Senator Dave McCormick is on deck with reaction. But we begin with the reporting from Trey Yingst. He is live in Tel Aviv to get us update on where we are today and really what happened over the long weekend. Trey, hello to you.
Yeah, hey, Bill, good morning. Overnight, the United States conducted airstrikes against southern Iran near the Strait of Hormuz and the city of Bandar Abbas. According to U.S. Central Command, these strikes were defensive in nature and went after the mine lane vessels around this area, along with the surface-to-air missile position. These were the first U.S. strikes that have targeted Iran since early May. The strikes do come amid the backdrop of an ongoing diplomatic effort to reach an agreement between Iran and the United States. Overnight, President Trump laid out a serious condition.
It's funny that Trump's being fucked around with, considering he's supposed to be the big bad businessman. You realize that Trump is looking more and more like an idiot. The more that he's like, yeah, we're trying to get a deal with them. And they're out there actively still laying mines. When one of the agreement parts of the deal is that they open the Strait of Hormuz, yet they're out there still laying not landmines, but sea mines. I think that's fucking hilarious. He's literally getting fucked around. They're just jacking with him at this point, and he's just not doing anything about it.
Saying on Truth Social, the enriched uranium nuclear dust will either be immediately turned over to the United States to be brought home and destroyed, or preferably in conjunction and coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place or at another acceptable location with the atomic...
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you're a businessman, you know when you're going to get fucked in a deal. If everybody that is around this, that has dealt with these terroristic people, is all saying the same thing, and you are actively trying to make a deal with them, and they intentionally go out of their way to continue doing what they're doing, which is against what the deal would be, like, that should be a big red indicator that this just isn't going to work. Even as a businessman, you can see the fine line and be like, yeah, well, obviously this isn't going to work. We make a deal with them, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing, like, because they're already doing it. Even though we're in a ceasefire, they're still trying to lay mines. It's ridiculous.
Commission or its equivalent being witness to this process and event. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, a regional intelligence official told Fox News no less important is the dismantlement of Iran's enrichment facilities. That way, not only will Iran not have enriched material, they also won't have the means to enrich more. The key to preventing Iran from getting its hands on a nuclear weapon is taking the bullets, but also taking the gun itself. The other key issue has to do with the Strait of Hormuz.
You know what's even better than taking the gun? Taking out the person that's firing the gun.
Taking the bullets, but also taking the gun itself. The other key issue has to do with the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco Rubio reiterated the Trump administration position on this critical waterway during a gaggle today.
The straits have to be open. They're going to be open one way or the other. So they need to be open. What's happening there is unlawful, it's illegal, it's unsustainable for the world, it's unacceptable. That cannot happen. The straits need to be open.
Work that's being introduced in all of this. On Saturday, the president had a conference call with 8 Arab nation leaders.
Shit, look at all that, man. Ah, damn.
He followed up with a Truth Social post writing this. I stated that after all the work done by the United States to try to pull this very complex puzzle together, it should be mandatory that all of these countries, at a minimum, simultaneously sign on to the Abraham Accords. Now, the UAE and Bahrain, they were part of that call. They're already members of the U.S.-backed effort to normalize relations with Israel. And the president acknowledges that 1 or 2 of the nations may have reasons for not being able to do so, but that most others should be ready and willing. Senator Lindsey Graham called the proposal requiring the agreement be expanded simply brilliant and, quote, would result in the most significant change in the Middle East in thousands of years. But at the same time, the emerging deal is drawing some criticism from several other Republicans. Senator Ted Cruz says he is deeply concerned. Axios reporting that the draft proposal also includes a 60-day ceasefire. For that, Armed Services Chairman Senator Roger Wicker posting the rumored 60-day.
I don't want to see no fucking 60-day ceasefire, bro. Hell no.
A ceasefire with the belief that Iran will ever engage in good faith would be a disaster.
Everybody saying the same thing, Trump. What are you doing?
accomplished by Operation Epic
Holy shit, man.
And right now, President Trump, he's actually at Walter Reed Medical Center. The White House says he's due for his annual medical and dental evaluation. So that's where he is now. He's going to be arriving back.
And frankly, it wasn't easy, I imagine, on the inner circle.
Well, I think the president's been very clear, and I've supported these objectives from day one, where Iran cannot have initiation or any process that and put additional pressure with military force, but they can't have a path to a nuclear weapon, period.
One of the radicals that you
And of course, he's done the opposite. Prices are going up, or status quo.
Have an agreement. Let us continue on our own path. The politicians should make decisions in their think tanks and not pay any attention to America.
gas prices and wondering when or if this is going to end in a good way.
Well,
Has Ayatollah issues chilling warning after U.S. defensive strike on South Iran. What they gonna do? I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. We'll keep going. Give me a second. Okay. We make. Let's keep going.
Ayatollah Khamenei issuing a statement saying U.S. military bases in the Middle East are no longer safe. This comes hours after the U.S. conducted strikes on the Islamic Republic, with U.S. Central Command giving an update. Spokesman Timothy Hawkins saying, quote, U.S. forces conducted self-defense strikes in southern Iran today to protect our troops from threats posed by Iranian forces. Targets included missile launch sites and Iranian boats attempting to emplace mines. U.S. Central Command continues to defend our forces while using restraint during the ongoing ceasefire.
Meantime, the commander-in-chief writing on Truth Social, quote, the enriched uranium, nuclear dust, will either be immediately turned over to the United States to be brought home and destroyed, or preferably in conjunction and coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place or at another acceptable location, with the Atomic Energy Commission or its equivalent being witness to this. Strikes put the ceasefire in jeopardy.
Hey, Todd, good to be with you guys. I don't think they do.
I don't think there was ever going to be... Dude, why does this guy look like fucking... Is this like one of Charlie's kids or something? Like, why does this dude look like Charlie Kirk?
In jeopardy.
Hey, Todd, good to be with you guys. I don't think they do necessarily because, look...
He even fucking talks like him, bro. What the fuck? I'm not crazy, am I?
Know that the blockade is having an extraordinary effect on them. They're having to readjust their supply chains from the Gulf to Central Asia.
Out.
It's been a very
safe,
traumatic couple of months for the Iranian economy and for the regime itself. I think they have every incentive to come up with a deal that allows them to go back to what they're best at, which is trying to keep power for themselves. I think this is a kind of blip in the ceasefire. I don't think it's going to derail the process.
Also yesterday, the president added another layer of things by calling on a myriad of countries in the Middle East.
There was never going to be a process for peace. That was never what what Iran wanted anyway. So like,
to join the Abraham Accords. Writing on Truth Social, I stated that after all the work done by the U.S. to try and pull this very complex puzzle together, it should be mandatory that all of these countries, at a minimum, simultaneously sign on to the Abraham Accords. It may be possible that one or two have a reason for not doing so, and that will be accepted. But most should be ready, willing, and able to make this settlement with Iran a far more historic event than it would otherwise be. The countries listed included Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Pakistan, Turkey, Jordan. Explain why the president is calling for this at this time and the likelihood that this will actually happen.
So, Carly, I think this is actually a strategic masterstroke. If you go back to the first Trump administration, and really the main diplomatic achievement of not just...
Hear me out. I just got an amazing, beautiful fucking... I just thought of this. What if Trump got in contact with all these people? Now I already talked about, like, oh, well, they could be using all these different countries to inevitably completely take out Iran. Iran should be shaken right now, dude. I'm not even kidding. You have the president of the United States talking to all these different countries, and, like, you're not concerned at all? Most of these countries fucking hate you. They hate you because they hate Iran because they have their fucking proxy terrorism ravaging their cities and destabilizing the entire Middle East. What do you think the likelihood is that Trump is trying to make a deal with these countries, saying that if they're able to take Iran, that he'll give them a percentage of the oil that comes out of it? Let's say we take 50% of Iran's oil, and we give these other countries a percentage of that for 10 years, right? What do y'all think the likelihood is that not only will they restabilize the Middle East if this is what's going on, but they also get involved with the fight against the IRGC? I mean, like, why else would you have all these other countries talking? Why else would they even be interacting with Trump? You know what I'm saying?
The Trump administration, but really of the last 50 years, was getting the Abraham Accords done. And what was it that stopped us? It was Joe Biden's inability to make any progress during his administration. Well, now the president has this extraordinary leverage to expand those accords. And the leverage is that the Gulf states have suffered economically from Iran's missile strikes, Iran's aggression. They want to see some sort of accord. They want to see a diplomatic solution.
Yeah.
But what's a better way to get a diplomatic solution than to have the Gulf?
Than to have eight different countries get involved with taking out the issue.
States put pressure on Iran to get their economies back on track. And in exchange, the United States requires them to recognize Israel and join the accords. It's actually...
You know what else could be happening? What if they're deciding... What if they are actually deciding on taking out the infrastructure like what Trump wanted to do before he decided to come to the table and do this weird peace thing where we're sitting in the middle of the Strait of Hormuz and just doing nothing? What if the other countries are getting involved because what they're going to do is bomb the shit out of Iran, and then the other countries can funnel money into rebuilding it along with the U.S.? There's so much that could go on here.
Strategic stroke by President Trump, and it's going to leave the region much better off than it was before the war started.
Let's go beyond that. What would it mean for our kids, our grandkids, and beyond if not only was President Trump able to eliminate the possibility of a nuclear Iran?
Unless the IRGC has been completely defeated and unconditionally surrenders, our children, our grandchildren, our grandchildren's grandchildren will never be safe. This will happen again like it always does.
But also bring peace to the Middle East, where literally there has never been peace. What would that mean, Alex?
Well, it would be transformative. And the Middle East has been a byword for conflict and chaos for decades. And we would have a Middle East. We're already seeing it. When you go back to President Trump's 2020 accord between UAE, Morocco, Bahrain, and Israel, the trade ties, the diplomatic ties that grew up very quickly between those countries because of what President Trump put together. Imagine that expanded to countries in North Africa, to countries throughout the Gulf. It would be a sea change in how the entire Middle East operates, and it would be potentially we could go from a region, like I said, that is a byword for war and chaos to a region that is about prosperity, stability, and growth, and that would change the whole geopolitics of the globe.
And Alex, just going back to where we are today, yesterday the Iranian president called for the restoration of the internet in the country after an 87-day blackout, and reports are that it is slowly being restored. You have to wonder about the timing of this and if this is related to these heightened peace talks, or could it be the state of the economy, of course, in shambles, due in part to this internet blackout? What do you think?
Well, look, the blackout that the Iranian regime imposed did a tremendous amount to damage their own people, to damage the economy that was already suffering from their own mismanagement. I think they realize, like I said earlier, Carly, that they cannot sustain this type of behavior.
They don't care about their own people. They don't care about their own economy. They don't give a shit. Their people are just a way for their country to make money and for them to stay in power. That is it. They do not give two shits about any one of those civilians that are in that country. And that's the saddest part about the whole thing right there.
Much longer. They have
do
to
not
come to the
care.
table, whether it's because of the blockade, their own self-imposed internet blackout, and a number of things. It's time for them to come to the table and recognize that President Trump has orchestrated a strategic victory against the Iranian regime. It's time to cut their losses and find a way to mitigate the damage that they have done to themselves and to the region.
Alex Gray, former NSC Chief of Staff under President Trump, thank you very much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on
that
YouTube.
Shit is just crazy to me. White House shooting suspect had prior run-ins with authorities. No surprise. Oh, by the way, the most recent shooter that shot at the White House, apparently he thought he was God. So the world is clearly a better place now that he's no longer with us. Ex-Clinton advisor says Democrats need a major reset. Oh, they've been needing a reset for a hot minute. Radical shift. What's this?
Julie, the Supreme Court dealt Democrats a blow with its recent redistricting ruling in Louisiana, and it's pushing Democrats to revive a strategy to pack the court. California Congressman Ro Khanna saying this weekend.
We are not speaking up loudly enough, strongly enough against a court that is really rolling back civil rights. I do believe if you combine term limits on the court and the expansion of the court,
now they want term limits. That's interesting, isn't it? Wow. That sure is something, ain't it?
President gets 2 appointees, you would depoliticize this, you would stand up for the Voting Rights Act, and you would stand up for basic American democracy. The Democratic Party needs to run against this court and call this court out.
I mean, I guess. Sorry, you can't have your black districting. It's this thing that we got rid of like over 120 years ago called segregation. We don't have that anymore. You have to, do this thing called winning fairly, whether you like it or not.
This before, Joe Concha, a Fox News contributor. Joe, thank you so much for being here with us. Let's actually play this montage, because it's not just Ro Khanna who's saying this about expanding the court. Watch.
We talk about what we need to do and think about doing around the Electoral College.
Tucker Carlson in the chat. Yo, Tucker Carlson
includes expanding the Supreme Court. We're going to reform the Supreme Court. Are you looking to?
Yeah, because that totally works. It's just like the LGBT community, guys. You just keep expanding it until it reaches the full sum of the alphabet.
Expanded or?
We need dramatic electoral reform. We need dramatic campaign finance reform. We need dramatic judicial reform.
We
We have seen this before, where some people in black robes try to deny or take away our rights.
Joe, Ro Khanna says expanding the Supreme Court depoliticizes it. Does it depoliticize it to add 4 seats?
Oh, or even 6, Brian, for that matter. Yeah, Ketanji Brown Jackson, I'm pretty sure, is a political person more than she is a justice. And we're getting a preview out loud at this point, Brian, what the country will look like if Democrats take back power. They will expand the Supreme Court by 4 to 6 seats. They will all be liberal judges. They will move to impeach conservative judges, including 2 you see in that screen right there, Justice Alito, Justice Thomas. They will abolish the Electoral College, as Kamala Harris said in that montage. They will add 2 states, including D.C. and Puerto Rico, for the sole reason of adding 4 Democratic senators in perpetuity, and they will move to censor any outlet deemed conservative, all in the name of combating misinformation, as they tried to do during the Joe Biden administration. And if you notice something, Democrats aren't running on something, they're running on destroying everything. When they talk about dramatic change, they really mean radical change. And it's not for the good of the country, it's a quest for power. And that's why Republicans have to run on the very simple binary choice of common sense versus chaos, tax cuts versus tax increases, border security versus open borders, energy independence versus dependence. And
how could you advocate for mass immigration as a good thing for the current occupants of the country? I don't understand. Like, how do you got to be on some next level brainwashing, or you must be getting paid to go out there and vote for a Democrat as an American. You have to be cooked, man. You have to be cooked in the head.
The Supreme Court staying the way it has been for many, many decades, instead of expanding it, all in the name of getting the outcome that you want. It's really that simple.
You know, Kristen Welker asked Ro Khanna in that interview on Meet the Press the follow-up question, which is, well, what happens if Republicans were to do the same? What's stopping Republicans from packing the court or choosing how to expand that court right now?
They should. They should. They absolutely should. Why play a game if your opponent is going to build that game using cheating tactics in order to make you fail? They openly said that they would do this. Why don't you do it first? Do it first. Problem solved. I mean,
the power that they have, and Khanna didn't have an answer for that.
No, because again, if Republicans were to play this game like Republicans are now playing the game of redistricting, when it happened so often over the years in California, Illinois, New York, Massachusetts, Delaware, and so on, then it's a bad thing. So yeah, right now, I guess President Trump, Republicans in Congress and the Senate, since they have power and majority in each of those places, very easily say, okay, great, you're saying we should expand the court. Let's do that by 6 judges, and we'll add 6 more conservative judges. So yeah, this is the type of thing where it only works one way, Brian. And I think most Americans won't like this in general, where you're doing something solely for political reasons, solely for power, and not because you think it will better the country.
That's true.
Joe Concha.
That you're absolutely right by that, because you have to realize that what Trump ran on was what Obama ran on whenever it comes to immigration policies and enforcement. It's basically the same thing. I grew up, and my mom's saying was, we'll always be too poor to vote Democrat. Well, now, I'm too American to vote, I'm sorry. We're too poor to vote Republican, but now I'm too much of an American to vote Democrat. Because Democrats will advocate for the mass immigration and subsequent replacement of every voter that's in America. Their job, their life, their livelihood, everything. And instead of giving that money that goes towards these immigrants that are coming in for housing, for buses, for travel expenses, for health care, food, housing, we could be using that money for veterans. We could be using that money to rehabilitate the people that are on Skid Row and get them jobs and get them away from these programs that are being frauded by these, illegals, foreigners that are literally sending the money back to their own country for terrorism. I mean, that's what happened in Minneapolis. I'm sure LA's got the same thing swirling around it. I mean, why are we hiding it? We've got like, what, almost 70 convictions that have pled guilty to it? Like, there's not even a sense in trying to act like anyone's going to get sued here. It's a fucking fact. It's a fact.
Fox News contributor Joe, thanks for spending some time with us on this Memorial Day. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, sir. Take care.
You too. Take care.
The U.S.
Let's bring in former Assistant Secretary of State for George W. Bush and former Naval Intel Officer Robert Charles. Robert, thank you so much for joining us. So we have this deal that appears to be emerging, which could be huge news. Still, Iran always promises a lot and delivers very little, so we won't know everything until it's completely set in stone. But the details that could potentially...
Because that was before they bombed that fucking... Maine Democrat Senate candidates refuses to apologize for deleting social media post. The Iranians are testing, blah, 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 blah. I think that's pretty much it. Right? I mean, is there even anything else? Let's see. What's this? The hell is this?
Meantime, the Democrat Party posting on their official Democrat Twitter handle the 13 brave American heroes who have perished, made the ultimate sacrifice.
W American soldiers. Absolute fucking badasses, by the way. W American soldiers.
So far in Operation Epic Fury, posting it, you see here today. Today we honor the American heroes.
And you know what really makes me upset is the fact that whenever you go off and die for your country, you still have to worry about if your family is going to get taken care of. See, like if you go off and you lose your life in service, your children's health care should be paid for. They should be getting a fat check. They should get a free house, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. They should be getting food. They should be getting water. They should be getting utilities. They should be getting fucking good health care, not that VA shit that fucks over all these veterans. They need to shut that bitch down and give these guys some actual health care. Give these guys some actual help. I've heard horror stories about the fucking VA, man. I'd be putting a lot of people from the VA in jail if it'd be up to me. Like,
the ultimate sacrifice in
the college should be paid for. They shouldn't have to worry about shit. They shouldn't have to worry about a damn thing.
War with Iran, a political dig, an entire party choosing to use.
Wait, what does that say?
The lie.
Americans who have died in Trump's war with Iran. Today, we honor the American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice in Trump's war with Iran. You see, that's why you got to make sure that you completely crush these people. You've got to go through and make it absolutely miserable for them to get back into power.
Entire party choosing to use the lives of American heroes for cheap political points.
Yes. It was uncalled for on Memorial Day, especially. And Tammy Duckworth, who's a Democrat from Illinois, called them out on it and said it is incredibly distasteful to use our heroic dead for a political attack on Memorial Day. I'm a Democrat and I condemn this post by the DNC. You know, she served in the Army from 1992 to 2014. She lost both of her legs and injured her right arm fighting for our country, and she thought it was distasteful. Also, one other Democrat called them out too, Democratic Representative Congressman Jason Crow, who served as an Army Ranger, did 3 tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, and said this is the wrong day to politicize.
It was a disgusting post. We didn't do that on Memorial Day when we lost 13 Americans in Afghanistan because the president at the time, Joe Biden, didn't do what he was supposed to do because it wasn't the time or the place to do something like that. You can criticize the actions, but to use this day that is solemn and you're supposed to remember the life and legacy of these troops, these heroes, this is just not the time and place to do politics like this. So I appreciate those Democrats calling it out. But again, that is a rot within their party. Those staffers that are probably kids that don't understand this shouldn't be working for the Democratic Party anymore.
And just think of the pain that the families and friends of those 13 service members just recently lost their lives fighting for the freedom of our country, to see their names not being held up on Memorial Day and remembered and honored for the heroes they were, but being used for political scoring political points. The contrast, though, if you guys...
That's why it comes full circle back to the whole Epstein files. They never gave a shit about the victims. They never cared once about any of the people that were actually hurt by Epstein. They only wanted to use it as a political tactic. If you're willing to sit here and try to use dead soldiers as a way to push your narrative, I can't even imagine. I couldn't fathom that. We gotta get these people up out of the country, man. We do. I know that Trump is doing a lot whenever it comes to cracking down on this fraud, but he needs to go scorched earth on this shit, man. Like, how's this even a question?
I saw Cheryl Shaw, a Gold Star wife, whose husband, Adam Shaw, was killed in 2007 in Bakuba, Iraq, buried in Section 60. She simply couldn't make it to Arlington this year. She's gone several times before. She couldn't make it, so she just posted on Twitter, hey, if you're in Arlington on Memorial Day this weekend, please go by and take a picture of Adam's grave. And didn't expect anything. Guess what? Hundreds turned out and took photos, including former DNI Tulsi Gabbard.
This made me tear up when I learned about this story. How sweet is that? That's how many people out there do love America. They stopped by to honor her husband. And she wrote this on X. By this afternoon, dozens of Americans from all walks of life had made the walk to Section 60 to visit Staff Sergeant Alan W. Shaw. Veterans, families, complete strangers. People who had never met Alan, who chose to honor him anyway. I don't think people fully understand what moments like this mean to Gold Star families. The fear is never just losing them. It's losing them slowly over time as the world moves on and fewer people remember their name. But today showed me that Alan will never be forgotten. Isn't that sweet?
It's amazing. It's the best of America. It's what we see every single day, where you see Americans that put the flags on these memorials.
That gives me hope.
Of course it does. It's the best of us.
So much negative. There's so much negative news right now and so much hatred, but that's really very, very kind to those people who took the time to go find Section 60 and find his grave.
And also, Tulsi Gabbard, and we're going to show our post in a second, but I've spent a lot of time in Section 60. I've sat at graves with people that just came, they were sitting by themselves, and you just sit down next to them. And the reason why is because of the connectivity as Americans. That's what was demonstrated. Not just that good citizens stopped by for this grieving Gold Star wife. It's the fact that our nation for 250 years are connected through a bond that strangers would care about honoring the most important sacred moment fighting for our freedom and making the ultimate sacrifice. And Tulsi Gabbard sees this and says, I'm going into action on it. She said it was an honor to visit your husband's grave today on your behalf and to pay my respects. It was wonderful to see
your behalf.
The beautiful flowers representing many others who did the same. Our nation owes a debt of gratitude to those who made the ultimate sacrifice and to the loved ones they left behind. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. In the picture, what she's doing there, you can't see it because it's from a little back, but she's setting her challenge coin, her DNI challenge coin, and she left it there.
I think you're so right, though. There's so much negativity
The hell is that?
In the country.
What the hell is that? What's a DNI? What is that?
There's so many challenge coin in back, but she's sacrifice. And to the loved ones they left behind, thank you for your service and sacrifice. In the picture, what she's doing there, you can't see it because it's from a little back, but she's setting her challenge coin, her DNI challenge coin.
DNI challenge coin? What the fuck is that? What is that? What is the DNI challenge coin? A custom medallion presented by... Oh, that's pretty badass. Oh, so she... Okay. That's kind of badass, dude. She left that medallion on the grave.
She left it there.
I think you're so right, though. There's so much negativity in the country, with political leaders, what political party. But, so often when we lose American service people, we don't know what their political ideology is. We don't even care about their race or what background they came from. We just care that they were fighting for all of us. You don't go, there's not a Democrat section of the military. There's not a Republican section or black or white.
Right.
It's just
they out there fighting for the damn country. Damn straight.
Pope Leo XIV with a dramatic warning about artificial intelligence, saying it needs to be disarmed like a nuclear weapon.
Nuclear disarmament remains.
Oh man, the last thing I want to hear is from a fucking boomer about how they got to disarm AI like it's a nuclear weapon. That is the last thing I want to fucking hear. Oh, I've got so much more to do in my morning. You have no idea. I am good, brother. Nope. If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Make sure y'all aren't going out there hyping up the videos. Liking the videos, leaving comments, liking the comments, responding to comments, doing all that good shit. It helps out the channel, gets more views, pushes that engagement up, so that way the channel, the videos themselves individually get more views, and the shorts as well. It all helps out. So W chat. We're every day 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. We're going to be moving on from politics. We're going to watch ourselves some body cam. $119 miles per hour police chase? Oh, we're going to watch this.
On June 22nd.
Here we go. W Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Go check out Midwest Safety on YouTube. Boom. We also got a Discord. Don't forget to check out the Discord. W Discord.
2025 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
W Sticks and Rachel for setting up and dealing with the Discord. W.
Flee after an officer attempts to pull them over for reckless driving. Unknown to the officer, the teenagers are recording the police chase on their phones for fun and are about to make the worst mistake of their lives.
4-5 dispatch.
Wait, what's going on here?
On June 22nd, 2025 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 4 teenagers flee after an officer attempts to pull them over for reckless driving. Unknown to the officer, the teenagers are recording the police chase on their phones for fun and are about to make the worst mistake of their lives.
And there they go. You really trying to run? Is that a Nissan? What is that? I've seen that car around.
It's going to be a great Nissan.
Oh, that model anyway.
894 Greenfield. Current lane 2. looks like occupied 4 times. Still going southbound, 894 at lane 10. Just right into the express lane this time.
Man.
Speed's gonna be 118.
118.
Not yet. Closing up the gap right now. Oh, crash.
Oh!
It's gonna be southbound 94, Greenfield. It looks like
You motherfucker! You motherfucker! Oh, that shit pisses me off, man.
Not yet.
Going 118. Man.
Gap right now.
That's the reason why, right there. That's the reason why. Just airstrike them. Just kill them. Just be done with it. Whole fucking car.
Crash.
Just be done with it.
Send me extra units. It's gonna be southbound 94, Greenfield. It looks like he's trying to take off still. It's gonna be a female.
Damn.
Boy, Adam Edward. Send me more additionals. He's still going southbound 894 Oklahoma. He literally just crashed a vehicle in lane 1. He's still going. He's slowing down now.
Copy, 94 southbound Oklahoma.
I could not get him. He literally just spun out in traffic. Southbound 94 Oklahoma Avenue. 45 dispatch, if you want to patch me in. We're going to get off the freeway right now. We're going to go westbound at Oklahoma.
Copy that, 45 with another vehicle here.
8 firm, lane 1. All right, now we're going to go 103 in Oklahoma, going southbound
Right there,
103.
boom. No. Hold on, wait a minute. Right there. When they turn onto that road right there, send the Patriots in, baby. Send in the Patriot missiles. Blow that bitch the fuck up. Right there. Boom. Done. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to do anything else. Done.
Oh, that patrol squad's going to take
That's crazy, man.
Patrol squad is taking this crack? I hope so.
Jesus.
963 copies. We're pulling up to Oklahoma now.
Oh.
Driver's damn. Looks like we're like.
Wait, where's the? Did they drive by it? Where's it at? Oh, look at that car, man. Oh. Yeah, look at the car on the right. Jesus, that thing is in pieces.
Looks like we're like in a manufacturing plant. Still going southbound. We're gonna be 103 in Ohio, southbound.
Milwaukee County Sheriff's in pursuit of a gray Nissan, one of a reckless vehicle, southbound Oklahoma from Ohio.
Looks like he's cornered right now. Could be a black male. Looks like Afro. Plays gonna be out of Wisconsin. Boy, Adam Edward. I got a partial plate. It looks like we're looking around at 101 and Ohio. All right, now we're going eastbound on 101 in Ohio, going up back to Oklahoma right now. All right, slowing down.
Oh.
Show me your hands. Hands up now.
What an absolute dipshit.
Keep your hands up. Do not move, you understand? Okay.
Oh, we can't watch that. Nope. I don't need. Nope. Can't see that. Nope. Mm-mm.
All the way down for me.
Nope.
Sir. Legs down, everything. He's right here, like Oklahoma still. Oklahoma to 103, so make a left. 963 to 45. You're on 103 in Oklahoma still, correct? A firm, just shoot.
What's down to pursuit?
Something tells me something else is going on here. There's way too much left of this video. There's way too much left of this video, man. Get the hell out of the way, man! Fuck out of here!
These are 90 like traffic.
God damn!
103. This is 99. Turn around.
He went the wrong way. You dumbass.
Close as you're listening, coming up to Center Street here.
Yep, right here.
Ah!
He said turn south when we get to 103.
Still wrong lane of traffic. You get bogged down.
Right here, we turn.
Correct.
Yep.
There's no traffic on his side now. He's still wrong lane. I'm right lane.
963 is 23. Go past him.
Everybody, get your hands up! Right there! Put me in or out. Copy.
Slowly stand up. All right, driver.
Hey, Monty, stop. Now walk backwards.
Don't move. Left hand.
70 road to dry light traffic from 124.
Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Keep going. Stop right.
Can I get my phone, please?
No.
I didn't do it.
Keep walking. Keep your hands raised. Walk backwards to the front of my shoe. Keep your hands.
Tell you that I literally was telling him, like, I was on my phone. I didn't even know what was happening until he hit the car. I was on my phone. I was.
How the hell do you not know you're going 118 miles an hour? That is so full of shit, it's not even funny, bro. That is such bullshit. How much y'all want to make a bet those girls was in the back of that car egging them on? How much y'all want to make a bet? I would bet money on that shit.
I know you were video streaming or taking a video of us too, right? Because you were the backseat passenger.
Well, I was
on the
one of the
driver's side.
Oh.
Yeah. But I was like taking like a video of myself though, and then I was like kind of zoned out of the conversation, and then I realized what was happening, and I kept telling him, I'm like, just stop, 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 and he wouldn't stop. And I was texting my brother to come get me because I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. I had nothing to do with this.
Is that part on your video too?
No, because like it.
Oh, that's interesting. So what you're telling me is that while you had your phone up and you were saying stop, 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 and you were recording everything, that you didn't manage to record yourself saying stop, 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 stop? Huh. Huh.
I'm gonna be honest, I was drinking a little.
I smell bullshit in the air. I'd rather fine essence of it.
Like, I'm not really like paying attention to really what's going on behind me.
Sit tight.
I bet you weren't, lady.
Let me search the car real quick.
The alcohol. Oh, we got alcohol. Yeah, how many phones do you need? God damn.
I'm definitely most phone walk around here. So, from my understanding, it looks like there might be some recordings.
There's not.
There's not?
No.
I'm gonna have to keep this.
No evidence on there.
I'm gonna keep this for evidence. I'm gonna do a search warrant on your phone. Unless you want to prove me wrong.
I can prove you wrong.
Absolutely. It says Snapchat, so that's you in the car with
That's the last thing.
me behind you guys. So is it okay if I just save this?
That's right. Booze and bullshit.
I'm taking videos of myself, like listening to the music, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, there's a cop behind you guys. You guys going 120 miles per hour.
I didn't notice that.
My concern part right
Dude,
here.
that's bullshit, man. That is such bullshit, it's not even funny. How do you not realize... Dude, there's no fucking way you don't realize you're going 120 miles an hour. You would feel that. You would see the police. Dude, she is lying. She is lying hardcore. She is capping left and right, man.
Yeah, that's my concern too. I want to know if they're okay. I had no part in this. Okay, I'm not encouraging it. I was discouraging it.
I bet 100% if they check her phone or they check the social media post, it's gonna be her egging this dude on.
To pull over. The reason he pulled over is because I kept begging him to pull over. I felt scared. I am not this type
Bullshit.
of person, okay? I can't control other people.
Cap, man, that's cap.
Okay? I have a lot to lose.
So it looks like you got a lot of recordings. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3.
Well, those are not from the.
You sure? Because that one looks like you're really terrified, and that one looks like you're really terrified. That one, it looks like you're looking at the back.
Oh man. But she didn't know that she was going. They were going 120. See, she didn't know that. So like, that's why she's so happy. Whoa, whoa-wee.
Okay, those videos. I'm not talking about.
Not the bottom ones, no.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
whatever you guys need. I just want to get out of here.
All right, boss. So from just seeing the alcohol in the vehicle, man, all right, I believe that you might be impaired. Okay, you know you're not even 21, right? Were you drinking today?
I have one. Honestly, I'm being
at what time?
The answer to that question is yes, sir. You see, once you've been put in the position of the bitch, you must acknowledge the position of the bitch. You must assume its purpose and goal. So the answer should be yes, sir.
Is like a little mixed drink, like 5%.
5%? The whole thing?
About it.
What's up with the fleeing, man?
I guess I just panicked.
It's a simple ticket, man.
Yeah. Me, I thought I was already.
Why the hell is the go-to for fleeing the police panic? What the hell is that about? I don't get that shit. Why? Why is that the thing? Why'd you flee the police? I got scared. Yeah, because this is totally going to help you. Almost killing 4 people in another vehicle that's moving on the interstate, ruining their entire day, maybe their life, depending on if this shithead has insurance. That's totally going to help your fucking case. Like, what? I don't get it, bro.
I just went to talk to the prosecutor the other day. I just got some tickets dropped, and I wasn't trying to get in no more trouble.
Man, you literally had 3 females, and one was your girlfriend, right?
That's totally what it is.
Mama in the vehicle, man, and you literally almost ended all their lives just from crashing into that one car, and you still continue fleeing. That's almost inhumane, to be honest. That sounds like not a human being.
No.
Yeah, they hit that. He hit that car going 118. He hit that car so hard it turned sideways. It almost got struck by an 18-wheeler as well. Like, and they just didn't even stop. Like, holy shit, man.
Well, that action was criminal. Hey, you're looking at felonies. Have you ever been arrested before?
Arrested?
For what?
Yes. Possession of paraphernalia.
So is that what you're tossing out of the vehicle, or? No?
Years ago when I was younger.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a job. I had a job.
How's your license? Is it valid?
I have a license, yes. I just got pulled over 2 times for speeding.
I'm going to put you in front of my squad, and we're going to do a couple tests. Just go in front real quick.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, you only have 1 beer or whatever? One little...
Oh, he's cooked.
Yeah, I'm shaking.
He's cooked.
Yeah,
He's
you're
cooked.
Shaking a lot. Well, that's why you ran away. Okay, you may begin. Alrighty. Okay.
Are you ready? All right, deep breath. Blow, 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 blow. Good. You know what the legal limit in the state of Wisconsin is?
Isn't it like 0.01 or something like that?
0.08.
But for you, 0.
What? Yeah. Because you're 19, right? Yeah. All right, what does that say?
Woo! Twice the legal limit.
0.16.
There it is.
Malachi Smith, 19 years old, was charged with first-degree recklessly endangering safety and fleeing or eluding an officer, resulting in bodily harm or property damage. The collision caused significant damage involving Smith's vehicle, a civilian.
How? I wonder how the individuals inside of the car made it out.
And a Freightliner semi-truck. The victim of the
So it did actually hit the Freightliner. It did hit the 18-wheeler.
A crash was taken to the hospital with moderate injuries and was later released in stable condition. All others were temporarily detained pending injuries and was later released in stable condition. All others were temporarily detained pending investigation and released. They are not suspected of wrongdoing. Malachi is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
He did it. It's all on camera. Shit. Like, come on, man. What is this? You know what? We probably go call it for the day. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
And you're confident that
we're getting off a whole 2 minutes early. So we'll call it for the day, guys. That is it. That is it. So, like I said, if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Constant viewers, check out the Discord. We got that beautiful Discord. We got lots of people in the Discord. A lot of people cheater chattering up in the Discord. I get notifications like crazy, and I'm going. I like tune in every now and then. I see all the chitter chatters going on, and I'm like, hey, this place is really lively after stream. Yo, chat. Check out that channel membership. That helps out whenever the stream gets demonetized because of a song in the background. Also, the jewels help out with those viewership. Make sure y'all are hyping. You can hype videos up to 3 times a day. Hyping is doing wonders for the videos. Hypers. I mean, you can hype up to 3 times a week. Did I say 3 times a day? My bad. Y'all are doing awesome. Y'all are killing it, destroying it, manhandling it. You know what I'm saying? Showing it who's boss. Make sure y'all leaving likes and chit-chatting in the comments of the videos too. I'm trying to aim for 4 videos a day unless it's the weekend, then there's only 2. We also got those 4 shorts that come out. Try to find those 2. Hit like on those, leave a comment, like other people's comments. All that shit helps get more people involved, more people talking, more people chit-chatting and And it really pisses off the people that don't like us getting together and talking and chit-chatting. You know, they like to keep us separated because that's what they do. There we go, play that one. W Chat, W Jules, W Donos. Keep being y'all. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. As soon as I can afford to, afford anything, I'm able to support myself with YouTube income, then I'm going to invest in probably a editor with the money that's left over. So that way it can go longer on streams. So everything that you do that I just said will help out with that matter for sure. Donations help too. Everything helps. Giving those gifted memberships. Losing a lot of those memberships now because people haven't been renewing their memberships, but it's because a lot of people were generous and gifted a bunch. So W Chat, y'all. I am so appreciative of everything y'all have been doing. I can't say this shit enough. And I know to me it sounds like I'm being like ungrateful, like I'm being an ungrateful shit whenever I'm like, oh, go and do all this stuff, and I'm just like, I can't like say how much I appreciate every single one of y'all. Every last one of y'all. Like, even now, everything is kind of giving me a purpose, a way to keep the wheels moving forward. So W Chat. Even whenever YouTube tries to stick it to me, y'all still sticking around, sticking it out. And W Chatters. You know what I'm saying? Well, we are rolling. Y'all stay safe. Stay away from crazy people. Try to put a smile on someone's face you might change their whole life. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Thank you so much, guys. W Chat, W Stream.